we can get started now that I am no longer doing anything.
Just one
Hold on,
quick
I'm trying to convince Julia to stop being a nervous
hypothetical
brat.
question.
Uh-huh.
Did you, if you think about it, people or Lego people that live in Lego houses are living in houses composed of their own flesh.
No,
No,
they
I
aren't.
agree with you. I actually think that every motherfucker that tries to be daddy really didn't have a dad growing up. Alright,
What?
well, I'm waiting for Julia
What?
That
to...
wow.
So here's the reason why that doesn't stand up. There is a very clear, distinct difference between animated Lego pieces and non-animated Lego pieces. The houses are made of non-animated Lego pieces, meaning they are not living in walls of their own flesh.
Oh.
So you're saying Lego people are quote unquote animated?
Yes.
Lego people are made out of the same thing as Legos, but you are also made out of the same thing as, say, your wall. We are all matter.
You want proof as to why? What I say is true? Go look at the Lego movies. There's
if we're using the Lego movies, yeah, that okay.
Yeah. Wait, where's that one?
I'm trying to get her to join, but she's like... I don't know, she's overthinking shit. White girls, let's say.
Huh?
Try to get Saya to join back in.
I don't know, I'm just playing with the soundboard right now.
Oh, no, you're not.
Can you think of an Iron Maiden, but instead of spikes, all of the spikes are replaced with hands that like to poke you?
Oh, that would be just the worst torture device ever.
Like, it's not designed to hurt you. It's just designed to make you very uncomfortable.
Ugh, yeah, that's almost worse.
You know what my brain immediately thought up when bringing this up, and it's pretty fucked up? Turn that Iron Man into a mimic and make it really horny.
Of course.
Mother of mercy, my guy.
Look, everyone else is saying unhinged shit.
We can
Got
get
left
started.
out.
Alright. So,
before we get started, I'm going to have to point all of your eyes towards the general chat for a few minutes.
alright.
Oh.
Okay.
So the chat I'm already in.
Angry monkey.
Oh, this. Oh.
These are abilities you all can use for the session.
This is
this is going to be a real spicy session.
The 200th episode lists the special abilities for the party. These abilities can be used anytime for their intended purposes. You may use them after consoling the rest of the party, or not if you are feeling spicy. Legendary resistance 5 times for whole session. Is this for the whole party or just for one person?
For the whole party. Anyone who uses it, the count goes down.
Natural talent. You may make any roll you have rolled or will roll be a nat 20 with the stipulation that one person of the DM's choice crit fails a saving throw repeatable. Jesus.
What the fuck?
Do you mean consulting the rest of the party?
Yes.
Okay.
Or consoling, as in I'm going to do it and you can't stop me.
Yeah.
No, consoling would be like there. It's too bad.
Yes.
Yeah, that is what I meant in that instance.
Oh, okay.
Against
Consoling.
the odds, all attacks are at advantage for the entire turn order one time through. Does this include enemies?
All attacks.
Goodness gracious.
Oh, so it's reckless.
Can't touch this. When hit by an attack, any player may make the attack miss as a reaction. The stipulation that future attack is a hit, not a crit. And unlimited power! When casting a spell, you can make the spell a 9th level spell slot that ignore resistance and immunity, with the stipulation that a future enemy cannot be harmed by said spell. This session, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Adrenaline Rush. 3 uses. A martial class may use this ability to fully heal themselves and remove a status effect they are afflicted with. An enemy of the DM's choice heals half as much. I loot the blank. At any time while looting, you may make the success rate likely to find a legendary item with a 10% chance of a super boss. Fucking Thaniel is going to show up again.
Oh, gambling.
Oh
Let's
no.
go.
And can I get a discount? You invoke this ability to get hefty discounts on an item you are trying to buy with a 25% chance that the next item is doubled. Cool, so D's just being a dick. Alright.
No, hold on.
So I like all about how pretty much all these have a monkey's paw
Here's a
effect.
question, Joy.
Yep.
Are these encounters balanced as having 8 people, or will they be balanced as 5?
What?
These super boss fights, would they be balanced around us having 5 people or 8?
I don't
Well,
have
they're
to
never
answer that question.
balanced. That's the problem.
We're not gonna get the answer to that.
I have never not balanced a boss fight for you guys.
Every fight is
Hear me
scary.
out.
Yeah, they're all equally scary. Quick question. The repeatable ones can be used whenever we want, but the rest can only be used once per session?
That's at my discretion.
Oh,
And
If I get
that's
ti-
just for
if
this
I get-
session.
If I get tired of you using the abilities, I may have to stop you.
okay.
The ones that are repeatable, you can use as many times as you want to, and
Okay.
I will not argue with it, because it says so right there. I wrote it down.
Okay, and the rest are just up to your discretion.
Yep.
Cool.
Like, obviously, I'm not going to let each and every one of you find a legendary item,
No.
and so on and so forth.
Especially with my luck in play.
For that one with the actually, wait, no, that's not it's not even a roll. I was gonna ask if I could use a luck point on that.
Wow.
Yeah. These are some fun things that you guys get to use at your discretion today.
Thank you.
Today being the key word there.
Yes.
Maybe. I may let you use it just today. I may let you use it for the next 5 sessions. Who knows?
The boy.
So what you're telling me is I can loot the Book of Exalted Deeds off of the goblin we kill.
It's entirely possible. I'll have to.
If we
I will
find
have
the
to-
Book of Exalted Deeds, that will progress something.
Yeah.
I will have to do a random roll to see what legendary items you find, but it is entirely possible that you find the Book of
What
Exalted
about the
Deeds.
Amulet of the
Yeah,
Bell?
Where the
but
fuck?
that just means that where are we now?
You're inside the
Mansion.
dining hall of the Magnificent Mansion.
Yeah.
It has a map now.
Oh, okay.
Because you all have a tendency to talk in here, and I feel like staring at a random map gets a little boring.
Boring.
Alright.
So
There's even a Thorgrim axe on the wall. How nice.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, just in case, Beastie does have cuts on her from the previous fight, yes?
I would assume so.
We
Alright.
did already medically check it though.
Did we? I don't remember this.
Guess we cauterized
If
it.
you want to double check, you can go ahead. But
They checked.
I remember
She checked
cauterizing
Hubert.
it.
She checked Hubert, not Beasties.
Okay, fair enough. My bad.
Well, anyone want to do a check on Beastie?
I think we should let our resident holy person do that. No, wait, that's probably a bad idea. I don't want the Dragonborn probably has no idea how to take care of that.
I mean,
Dragonborn looks at it. Yes, we need to amputate.
yes.
Huh?
I have a headache. Yes, we need to amputate.
Specifically your foot.
Yes. Thorgrim
The
will
dragon that hoards feet.
walk on. Oh God. We'll walk on over and just sort of poke Beastie repeatedly and be like, "All right, where does it hurt?"
Huh? You know hurt.
I'm gonna check her over anyway.
Roll medicine.
Medicine.
Scolius was just lonely. That's the only reason he's over
Medicine.
there.
17.
He seems fine.
It appears you are suffering from dumbassitis. And then he walks away.
Beastie will fold her arms. Me am not dumb and me am not a donkey, dwarf.
Debatable.
I wonder if it's curable.
Well, just in case Ada is about to just points and does firebolts.
Ow, ow, ow.
Not at you. You know, milady, you probably should warn someone before you do that.
She said it didn't hurt. Beastie Alfred just looks down at her now smoking wound. Ow.
As this goes on, LV, as you stand with your sibling, they look around, looking at all of the decorations, and just says, "You always were the one for decorum, weren't you?"
Indeed. I thought it would be appropriate for myself and my allies to live in something a little bit more lavish.
I prefer functionality over
Form?
decorum, but whatever it is that makes you happy, I
Well,
suppose.
well, dear sibling, what if you were to have both?
They make a noise where they seem unconvinced before saying, "I presume we have no intentions of going on another outing, correct?"
Not for the remainder of the day, no.
Fantastic. They say before hitting their chest, at which point all of their armor falls to the floor in a heap around them, leaving them in very common clothing as they walk to a chair, sit down, pull out their notepad, and begin writing as food is served to them.
Yes. There are many servants wandering the halls. If you require any specific food or drink, simply ask one of them.
Yes. They
Shit.
say, waving their hand, because they've been here a time or two with you.
Hey, sir.
Hello,
Hello.
how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm okay, I guess.
We're joining for the session today, sir, or are you still sitting in?
I don't know. Are we able to work my character in for notice?
I mean,
It's
I'll
been a
just
while.
I'll just will your character into existence. That's how it's gonna be.
Yes.
Okay.
Because for the time you've just kind of been more or less existing in a little pocket dimension that I can pull you from.
That's perfect. It's very convenient.
DM powers
Just relaxing
go.
in a pocket dimension.
Oh, let's try. So you were Maravesta, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What band? She is here.
Huh.
Also, if you all do end up trading your characters out, Just for canonical sake, they will be staying within the mansion.
That's very fair.
All right.
So, now you are all within the mansion. What are your plans?
Uh, George, seeing that Marvesta has shown up again, is going to walk over. Is going to say, "It's good to see you again, Marvesta."
It's good to see you again, too, yeah.
Yep. Not sure what you know about what's been going on, but we're currently on an infected island.
What kind of infection are we talking?
One that, at the moment, cannot be cured.
Does it do anything bad, or is it just like...
You could say it is quite bad. Fatal, if not
fatal?
if not treated, in which we don't know the treatment, so currently fatal.
I don't know if fatal is the right word for it. It's more or less like you're taken over. I guess that part of you dies and you're kind of turned into something else.
Yes.
Like undead?
Aberration. An ooze-like creature, it seems.
Yes, that's what we've been dealing with. Also, and he'll point over to Aurelia. We've also brought out a new ally from, I guess, literal time and space in the Feywild. So that's Aurelia. I don't know what she's doing now, but
Sleeping.
Oh,
Don't
how
call me.
intriguing.
Don't text me. Don't scroll me. I am laying down.
that's
What is
a
what
desk.
is
I don't care. Sprawl
what is
out
a
the desk.
text?
Sprawl down the table. I'm not even looking at you guys. I am
All right.
sleeping.
You're
I like
sleeping on
her.
a desk, by the way.
She doesn't care. She has 2 levels of exhaustion. Do you think I make rules right now? I don't care where it is. This is like subathon, 2 days of streaming tired. I am sleeping on the desk. Anywhere is
point.
comfortable.
All right. Then, two feline gentlemen over there are Ricardo and Romero. So, don't know if you met them before.
I do not believe we've met. No.
You're gonna have to give me a refresher, but I believe of your backstory before I can say that for certain, because it has been a minute.
My backstory.
Yeah.
God, it has. You're right. It's been a minute.
Probably burn some of you guys' DMs or something. Or on the character sheet itself.
Well, I can tell you it is not on the character sheet.
It is not on the character sheet.
Well, then it might be in the DMs.
Let's see.
I don't think so.
Nope. Well, for the time being, we'll just say no. You've never met them.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
When did we run into Maravester?
It was when we were in the Dream Mansion saving Pole Masters.
Yeah,
Like when we came out of there.
we just left, and then we found Mara Vesta being chased by vampires.
Well, I don't believe in vampires.
Weren't you getting chased by them when we first saw you?
I was definitely getting chased.
Yeah. Did you not know who was chasing you?
I find in life there's always people chasing you, accusing you of stealing, cheating at cards, the usual.
You're regularly getting accused of cheating and chased down. I fear for what a normal day in your life looks like. Anyway, then I'll look over to Ricardo. Ricardo Romero, this is Mara Vesta. She's another friend of ours.
Another lovely friend into the entourage, Ricardo says, waving from where he sits. And says, "It's a pleasure to see you."
Oh, it's great to see you too. I don't think I've met anyone quite like you.
Well, it is a good day. It is a good day to meet with someone like you. He then gives you a smile after saying this.
Okay, I'm gonna smile back and I'm gonna give an awkward salute.
Alright.
Oh, and this one, Elvie will point to her sibling sitting on a chair, writing on a book. This is my sibling, Lysanthir. Do not mind their shall we say, reclusive demeanor. They've always been like that.
That's fine. People take some time to warm up, but everybody's friends eventually.
Possibly.
Do touch the door, she'll just go and sit down on the table. Or on a chair.
Elvie will sit in a chair as well. And Thorgrim is already face first in a plate of bacon.
I guess I'll go stand right here, the head of the table.
Yum,
Foot of the
yum,
table.
yum.
Alright.
Oh, also quick rundown. Do not eat, drink, or partake of anything on this island at all.
Even the rainwater?
It hasn't rained yet, but I'd assume the rainwater might also be bad.
We can't purify anything with magic.
No.
No. For example, me and Jubilee are a part of Paladin Cores, and our oaths, our power sometimes makes us immune to certain diseases, and we're not immune to this.
My monk training makes me immune to diseases too. And I'm not immune to this one, which is upsetting. Nom, 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 bacon. Nom, nom, nom.
So yeah.
Has anyone tried eating or drinking?
It would be a good idea not to test that hypothesis.
The only thing we've really found out is that when we're dealing with aberrations, fires, can be somewhat effective against making sure they don't get back up.
Because if you do not burn them, they do get up and continue fighting.
Interesting.
It is as if they are both aberration and undead, or at least exhibiting qualities of both.
They are
Oh.
neither undead nor aberrations. Lie chimes in from where they write.
But it, even if they are not either, they exhibit qualities of both. So perhaps they are an amalgamation, a classification all their own.
That actually reminds me, as Otto talks up and approaches line. Have you ever considered the theory that this island or that this place could be like one potential being trying to take it over or consume it?
Yes, that is a hypothesis of mine. Well,
Oh,
I have already considered this to be a possibility. It is why I am presently examining various landmarks upon the island to see if there is evidence pointing toward this truth.
well, I could probably tell you thing about what happened with Hoppy here that might help with that. It kind of helped me come up with the theory itself. And then I'll kind of go into the details of, I guess, Mervesta wants to be able to hear this as well about. There was a situation where we needed to get a book that could tell us more about, I believe, what's happening on the island. And Hoppy, Otto's uh, guardian, fucking went down and pretty much pulled on a part of the island itself that was kind of really raw and fleshy. And after he did that, a creature showed up and essentially attacked Hoppy. So as if the flesh itself was able to call on something to come and protect it.
Like the ground was fleshy.
Yeah, like the ground and a bunch of stuff around it was fleshy.
Oh.
And when Hoppy kind of cut into it, that was when a creature showed up to essentially attack him.
Yes, I believe that these entities share a hive mind of sorts, if they're within close enough proximity to one another. It allows them to continue being pack hunters.
How exactly did we stumble upon this lovely island?
Oh, we're looking for something that can help us defeat a pirate lich.
That's
Do you
another
know?
can of worms entirely.
Yeah, but it'd probably be good for her to know. Do you know of
Pirates are generally easy to get along with. Well, relatively speaking.
I would like to think that pirates are easy to get along with, Ricardo says.
Yeah, we're dealing with a pirate called Deadbeard. I don't know if you've heard about them at all.
Oh, are you trying to accuse me of something?
Well, I just say I don't know if you've heard about them at all. Have you actually heard about them?
Well, I'm a law-abiding citizen. Just wondering.
That's not quite what he's referring to, I think.
I'm like, it's like asking if you know about like a specific god. I'm asking if you know about a specific person. I'm not really accusing you of anything. I'm just curious if you know about them.
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't think you were accusing me. No, I'm not familiar. Not too familiar.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, pirates, but the island, now that's the real interesting thing here.
Why?
Typically, islands are for lounging about, burying valuables so no one can take them.
It used to be before something landed here. By the way, lie.
Hmm.
When I wore this, she pulls out the plate mask. Something spoke to me. It said it could see me.
And
That didn't happen before I wore it on this island.
then perhaps you are in proximity with something that can speak to you through the mask.
I have to try it out until we next leave and see if anything happens.
Are we like in imminent danger in this room? Do I need to be on guard?
Not as far as I am aware.
No, we're in a subspace of Elvy's making, so we definitely should be safe.
Keyword there being should. There's never a 0% chance, but this
But
is the
with you,
safest place I could think of.
that and it takes a lot of steps and people to be aware of where this is too. So for someone to get in, it would require a lot of inside knowledge and a lot of prep work.
For example, Marvesta, since LV needs to use a door to access this mansion, we are typically putting the door on places that the flesh isn't touching to make sure that it can't get infected. If it could get infected.
I see.
The door itself is hard to find as it turns invisible on Elvy's command.
I don't think. What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say, you know, typically as long as we plan for like the best case scenario, usually enough to get by.
Plan for the worst, expect the best. No.
Hope for the best.
And for the best,
expect the
and don't
worst.
think about bad things.
Doesn't sound quite right, but.
I mean, everyone's got their own philosophies.
Does the fleshiness like spread on the island? Is it growing, or is it just like?
It's spreading to a point to where it's affected essentially all life on this island, and essentially everything around it. Like even the water itself, depending on where we're at, is red and what's I'm looking for here? Viscous.
Viscous. Okay,
Yeah.
that's new.
Last light over there would know more than I would. And he points over to the man all the way in the top left next to Beastie. He was one of the last remaining survivors we found here of the actual that actually resided on the island before it turned into this. And right now we're assuming that the spread of the infection is only as fast as it what's I'm looking for here? Goes faster when it's around areas that have life within it. So if we're theorizing that if we go to a desert area, it wouldn't be as infected. But currently we're going deeper into the island, so it might be more infected.
Yes, it was decided that we would go through the more populated areas so we can move faster.
Yeah, sounds good to me. I don't see how this can go wrong.
I always think those are bad omens when people say that. Eventually, George will get up and will start make his way to his room.
Okay.
Oh, I had a long entire room as well. Unless anyone has anything they need from her. Seems not. Away she goes.
Hubert will follow.
My lady. Okay.
So it seems that someone tried to get Adel's attention.
No. It was just Jubilee following closely behind.
All right.
Just slowly noticing she was leaving, like, oh.
Oh, we'll walk over to where fucking Aurelia is lying on the desk at, and is just gonna use his last level 2 spell just to pop levitate on her.
Okay.
Oh. Oh, hold on. Elle's going to leave. She'll pause. She's gonna come back. We'll cast. Wait, hold on. Greater Restoration twice on Aurelia, then leave.
Okay. It does nothing.
Really?
Yep.
It gets rid of a level of exhaustion, though.
Yes, but
Doesn't
the
spell
specifically
exhaustion.
the
says-
exhaustion she has specifically states cannot be healed by restoration.
Oh.
Yeah, she actually needs to rest to heal it.
Well, I guess she'll only cast it once, see it doesn't do anything, shrugs and says, I tried, and off she goes.
After you cast it, you see her start floating. And then I'll eventually just dark into her room.
That's an odd effect. Oh, wait. Never mind.
Then he'll walk over to rest to say. Oh, go for it.
I'm gonna grab my coffee.
Thorgrim will let out a big old burp, stand up, and then go to his room.
Eventually, as he's levitating fucking really over, we'll go to Marvesta and be like, I don't know if Elvie prepared a specific room for you yet, but I'm pretty sure she has guest rooms that you can take. I think.
Well, honestly, nothing sounds better after a long, long time stuck in liminal space than curling up on the floor by the fire in this room.
Oh, okay. Well, eventually. Well, have a good night then, I guess.
Good night, don't sleep too long, because the fleshy is.
He'll eventually head to his room and then make sure to drop Aurelia in the bed of her room.
Just gonna go over to the fire. I'm gonna lay on my back on the floor, my arms by my side, stiff as a board on my back, looking up at the ceiling.
Full on planking. And eventually, once Elvie finishes her meal, she will leave. But as she is leaving, will go to her sibling, and say, "Good night, dear sibling."
Enjoy your rest, Averial. I will be up for a while, continuing my research.
Enjoy yourself. I know how you, indeed, enjoy your positing and learning. Learning is a gift.
Yes, and I must observe these followers of yours.
They are an eclectic bunch, but I wouldn't trade them for anything in the world. Elvie will bow respectfully and will retire to her chambers.
Alright.
Galodius keeps staring ahead right now, deep in thought.
Alright. And what about you, Beastie?
She's just standing behind the last lights with arms folded. Hey,
He pauses as he seems that he was about to start taking off his armor as he looks to you.
how you doing?
I am well. I am grateful for everyone's assistance in being rid of the fallen paladin.
Guess we're all on insights on that. You hiding anything?
Doesn't seem to be. He is a little sorrowful that he had to do it, but he is grateful that it is done.
Well, me get it.
He was my brother in arms. It's not easy to lose someone, but he had been lost long before now anyway.
What's his name?
His name was Hethor. I believe he was adopted into a dwarven family, and that's the name they bequeathed him.
Interesting.
Thor.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dwar-
I was thinking like, Heather, but with an O instead of a A.
No, dwarven names are weird.
No kidding.
Can confirm.
Like
Man and
you
Thor
either get names like Thorgrim Coalbeard or Hethor.
Well, I mean, look at Thor Grim. It's just a grim Thor.
Thor. Where's Thor at?
He very Thor.
Thor, she Thor, the study of Thorology. It's simple. It's simple, SpongeBob.
I mean, you did a quote. I did a pun.
Yes. Well, Beastie
Not
will.
the same.
I don't make puns, fool. That's Jordan's thing. But Beastie will just rest her hands on her hips.
What is it, goblin friend? He says as he begins unclasping his armor.
You taking this very well.
What do you mean?
When me lost me nest, me was very sad for a very long time.
I've had a very long time to mourn the loss of my family, while I was sealed away, after all.
That true. Stuck in room without rats. Rats would probably be very distracting.
Most likely, he says with a small grin.
Sorry, what did he say?
Most likely.
He nods. Still, spending so long alone and dark. He can no understand how you get how that's okay, even with no rats. Must mean that you have very strong head.
Or an unbreakable will.
He wouldn't no say that. Everything can break. But it's just very strong.
Whatever the case may be, I am not broken, and that's all that matters.
Good. Make sure no break.
After 10 minutes, Eventually, he is out of his armor in standard clothing as he hikes the armor over his shoulder and says, "I must bid you adieu. I need to rest."
Okay, but you should probably figure out how to take that off faster.
That's not something that I am capable of.
Me think you should learn. What if the time elf lady starts being more hungry for you?
He raises an eyebrow to this.
Hey, phrase it!
What?
I don't believe you meant that to sound the way that it sounded.
How else would it sound?
Never mind. Have a good night.
You too.
Are we wrapping up our evening?
Seems to be that way.
I'm gonna spin my hourglass.
Okay.
I'm gonna try twisting the top and bottom.
Roll the
Oh
D100.
dear God. Here I am just having a 1,000-yard stare with the Dragonborn right now.
Did I roll in that one?
No, you rolled a 1. You forgot the D between the 1 and the
Oh
100.
god, it's just so different because
Rolling 1/100. And you still got nat 1.
Wait, what the fuck?
And
Now
no,
there's you needed to have no space between the 1 and the D.
Try again. One more time.
There we
There
go.
you go.
Every server does it differently, man.
I mean, this website doesn't.
Let's see. See. Roll a perception check.
You're wary as perception check.
And don't forget the
Good
-2.
perception. Okay, so 21.
Alright. As you twist the hourglass, you notice that the glass portion of it is starting to spin in a very slow counterclockwise rotation. Just the glass part, though.
Nani?
My glass started going counterclockwise.
Yeah. The glass of your hourglass is now spinning counterclockwise, and only the glass.
Can I push down on the top and bottom at the same time?
Sure.
What happens?
Roll a D100.
Because this can only end well.
Okay. The spitting of the glass has stopped, but you see no apparent effects occur.
Nothing occurred, huh?
Seemingly
I know of.
nothing occurred.
I didn't hear, see, smell anything.
Nope.
I'm gonna do it again. She's too tired. She's like probably not frustrated, but Twisting hourglass again. All right. Do I roll another D100?
Yes, you do.
One D100. I'm gonna attempt to. So is it twisting again? What is it doing?
What did you do to it? To
I did
warrant
the
this?
same starting motion. So the twisting the top and bottom.
Oh.
All right. With this one, you watch as a torrent of sand rushes downward into the bottom of the hourglass, and despite this, it still doesn't seem to be getting the bottom fuller. You've never seen all of the sand ever shift from the top to the bottom, but as it happens, you notice that you yourself you notice a few things about you yourself. Your fingernails get ever so slightly longer. Your hair grows about an inch or two, as it feels like you have gone through an entire day sitting in the same spot.
Oh shit.
Someone
Nothing
hit the
else.
fast forward button.
Hold on, I have to roll.
Sword.
I have to roll to see if you get negative effects or positive effects.
Random bullshit, go.
And one of your exhaustion is now gone.
Oh.
How convenient.
And then let me check my spells real quick. I don't have the spell slots I want for this. Yeah, I'll go to sleep. Writing all that down.
Okay.
Wait, can I even sleep now if I'm like... Did I just power rest? Oh, fuck.
No, you have not technically slept.
What happened? Why is there like multiple
Don't worry.
D100s?
Hey,
Don't
you
worry
weren't here
about
for
it.
it. You don't get to worry about it.
Good things actually
Okay.
happen for once.
Yeah, completely good things. Absolutely nothing bad happened. Nothing involving Rashid.
Huh?
One hand
Thousand
on
Yard
the
Stare
hourglass, I'm
continues.
gonna fall asleep like face first into my pillow.
Alright. Anybody else have anything to do with their closing nightlies?
Yeah. Lucy is about to head off to bed, but then she stops as she spots Scalodius staring off into space. Hey, priest.
Yes, my friend.
What you staring for?
Contemplating.
Huh?
I'm thinking
About what?
about how once this is all over, how to take on Rashid, or if I even should still.
What do you mean about should?
Well, I'm learning slowly that there might be more dragons alive than previously anticipated. There's a chance maybe even my own kind are out there still.
Yeah?
Which
So what's
means
his
Rashid
problem?
may have... Well, less a problem, more a conundrum. See, that would mean to me Rashid failed his mission, and I'm not the last of my kind then.
Me
So
pretty
my
sure.
whole...
Sorry, you go.
So my whole going to avenge my kind kind of falls a little flatter now.
Does it? Me pretty sure he still killed many goblins and many dragonborn. Sorry, many dragon and many dragonborn.
Don't get me wrong, yes he has. But giving me some more perspective on it.
What you mean?
Well, I feel like and this is gonna sound strange for me, I need to approach it smarter rather than more bold.
She stares at you blankly. Huh? What's his difference?
Well, I'm... I don't feel like I should try going out in a blaze of glory. I feel like I should try to actually live through the fight. Now.
Beastie frowns. Oh, so you weren't trying to fight Rashi to beat him, you just wanted to die.
No, but I was more determined to do it by any self-means in the end before. Now, I just want to win. Not just... I hesitate to say by any means necessary because, of course, I wouldn't put any of you on the line for that. That just goes without saying. But I feel like maybe I should try preserving myself more. Even though I am a very tough individual to crack. But that just brings up the question how to approach it then. And that I don't have an answer for, because all I've known is my way of fighting. Never really thought about tactics before. More or less just drop in and tear through who I can.
A bird knows survive by learning how to swim.
True.
A fish knows survive by learning how to climb tree. Especially an older fish. One that has swum for most of its life. Not that it not be fun, but if it doing it to do something like fight a bigger fish, me no think it work. Me think if you want fight Rashi and stand best chance, you need to focus on what you can do, not what you can't.
Perhaps I am overthinking it a bit.
Besides, if you fight Rashi by yourself, me sorry, but you lose.
Oh, that's why I've got to become stronger during our journey, isn't it?
Yes, but no. I mean that he has too much of head start.
Yes, if I wasn't considering self-preservation before, I probably would have tried to challenge him by myself. But now, I definitely do not want to do that.
Good. That's why we here. We a team. We do team things together.
Of course. And no matter what, in the end, he does have to answer for his sins. Especially against my kind.
Well, he only answer if someone make him answer.
And we will do that then.
Me will help you fight him. Me think you fun fighting Rashi. He very strong. But me and
You do
Rashi
seem to-
have other things.
Let's go Stills actually looks to her and raises an eye.
According to book that bag read, me and him have child. Thinking about it, me was going to ask, but me wasn't sure if he say yes. If he say yes, that makes me think on it. It'd not change anything for me. Me would still fight him.
Now, I'm not one for the ways of romance, being who I am. But I'm starting to think you have a type.
Hmm? What you mean?
So far, I've noticed that any male who does overwhelmingly beat you, you seem to be very attracted to.
Yes? That's just how it's be for Goblin.
So you like them strong, basically.
Of course. If they small and spindly, then me could break 'em.
I suppose that's fair. Again, I'm not that... You'd be better off talking to the bard about this one. But...
It's fine. Dancer with thick thighs is not interested in that. Well, she is, but for different reasons.
Feel like I know too much already.
Me do it to grow family. She do it out of... what's it called? Corn.
Lust.
Self-pleasure?
Don't know about that. She's not very lost. I
No,
guess,
not
yes.
Lust. Different word.
Huh?
Not lust, beastie. Lust.
Lie will then
Different
say
word.
Lie will then say lust in Goblin for you.
Ah, the snoo-snoo. Yes.
Yes. That is her reasoning, then.
Yeah, that's silly. Doesn't
Oh,
she?
my apology.
If she does that too careful, she really will have more kids than me.
Also, my apologies for not acknowledging your existence. I suppose I really did get lost in my own mind for a long time.
That's
It
what
does
we're
not-
saying.
It does not bother me one way or another if you did.
You know, it's funny, you kind of remind me of one of the orphans back at my orphanage back at home.
Were they also an astral elf?
No. Funny enough, I think they were actually a dwarf, but she definitely very reserved in their emotional. They're not emotionally outward, I guess is the best way to put it, but they are still a very kind individual.
I have a tendency to keep my emotions as repressed as possible. They get in the way of scientific research.
Where have I heard that one before?
Likely.
Looks to beastie.
Likely from my sister.
Ah, I see you're very self-aware then.
Oh,
What?
he still stand on the table and just look to Sclodius before just knocking on his head like it's a door.
Yes.
You need remember that you not alone, priest.
I know that.
You've been acting like it for many days now. Me glad that you are remembering that you are not. And she hops
Believe
off
it.
the table.
Oh, okay.
Acting all angry and being by yourself, and when me try to speak with you, you kick me out of room and then have me arrested by police with wings.
When did I do that? Oh, right.
If Mead tells Ardak he suplex you through table, you know.
Pretty sure he'd do that regardless.
Off beast he goes.
Okay.
I turn back to... Dang it, my brain short-circuited again. I forgot Ollie's sibling's name.
Lysanther?
Lysanther, thank you. I turn back to Lysanther. My apologies. I was still a part of a different conversation before.
To what are you apologizing?
For leaving mid-thought, I guess, mid-word during our talk.
As I said, it did not bother me. Besides, you were already a part of a different conversation.
As I was saying before, though, yeah, the child I was talking about, it doesn't tend to show their emotions too often, but when they do, they make it very clear that they do care about the other orphans like siblings. I'd like to think that all of them think of each other like siblings.
I mean, an interesting thought. Hopefully it holds true.
I really do hope so. And I know it's a challenge for people who don't show their emotions very often to communicate that they still do care about things.
I have no issues communicating my care for such things.
Very well. I'm glad then. I believe your sister was very nervous that you hated her. But is very relieved now that she knows that's not the case.
I have no reason to hate her. As stated previously, the actions that she took led to a situation proving that there needed to have been more safety regulations revolving around the labs.
Were you ever concerned about your sister's safety?
Briefly, but I had a feeling I would be able to convince everyone else that it was the error of their ways rather than hers, which I did.
I don't think Miss Gloomhollow knows about... right, I can't say that. You're both Gloomhollows. I believe Elvira doesn't know about this, but she might be happy if she did. Knowing that a family member stepped up for her when she thought the entire world was against her.
They were for a time. But I convinced them that it was not a strategic line of thinking to blame only my dear sister for the situation. Everyone was at fault.
We as mortal beings sometimes look for the easiest route. Does not always mean it's the correct one. We are not flawless.
An odd way to look at it, but whatever helps you maintain a healthy mind.
I'm not saying everybody does that, but I've noticed in all my years of living that sometimes the default is to look for the easiest thing. You just have to train yourself to look for the right thing rather than the easiest. Lord Draco knows I've been on that path for a long time.
There's nothing wrong with the pursuits of the easy.
So long as it doesn't come at the cost of doing what's right. I believe that's true, then. But I believe if there was ever a time where the easy thing was not the right thing to do, you would make the correct decision. Gladys will then get up and start to walk away.
Enjoy your sleep.
And you enjoy your night as well.
I will be doing research.
Just make sure to trance when you can.
I will keep track of this.
And he'll head off to bed.
Alright. Alright. So, it appears everyone has gone to bed. Because I think Maravesta is sleeping on the floor next to the fire for some reason.
Yes.
At least you're sleeping on a carpet.
I mean, some carpets are very uncomfortable to sleep on.
Hey, when you're tired and you need a place to sleep, the floor is always a good option.
Depends on the floor. If it's made out of stone and like it's a cool room, hell yeah. But, you know, sometimes carpet. I put like a C on the tier list.
Well, like the floor's made out of floor.
I was about to say.
Sometimes I like lay down on the floor next to my computer and sleep for a little bit and get back up and get back on the computer.
Power nap.
You ever slept in the bathtub?
No. I slept on the tile floor in the bathroom.
I sometimes have an odd, like, monkey brain thing that tells me to, when I'm leaving my office to head to my bedroom, to just crawl across the floor. I do not know why. I have yet to do it, and I don't think I will.
I don't know if that's monkey brain, rather, you might be possessed.
Alright. So, as the night goes on, there are no interruptions. So, you all have officially had your long rest, and you may begin the waking procedures however you see fit.
On awakening, we'll freshen up and we'll look around for where Hubert is.
Hubert is in the room with you, drinking coffee.
Morning, Hubert.
My lady.
And she'll look to see where Jubilee is.
Jubilee's probably at a nearby desk. Like, she didn't sleep in the chair uncomfortably or on the desk, but she probably pulled up a cot after working on the translation some more for you and then realizing she was falling asleep.
Well, she'll freshen up and then we'll head on out.
Hubert will stand and follow before saying, "What should we do with her?"
Let her sleep in.
Very well.
I'm gonna try the opposite way with my hourglass.
What do you mean by that?
Let's say if I twisted like clockwise, want to twist counterclockwise today.
Oh, roll the D100.
Oh no.
We're tempting fate even more.
We're going back to taking another long rest.
Yep.
Rewind.
All right, Mr. Hourglass. Time to see what you can really do.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Okay,
Oh no.
so who is now
So
200
hear
years
me out.
younger?
Hear me out. Okay, a lot of you say oh no, but if you play cleric, rolling a 1 is good.
Yeah, but you're not using divine intervention.
Wait,
And
can I
let's
use
say
like
I-
sleight of hand to like try to help?
But here's the
You
thing.
you are not in the same room, so no.
But here's the thing. In some contexts, this is really good.
But not this one.
Technically speaking, in some timelines, this is good. I understand you guys don't understand time magic or alternate timelines, but technically speaking, this is a good outcome.
All right.
Oh boy. All right.
So just pointing this out there. If you want to, the ability that says that you can make any roll a nat 20 will apply to this D100 if you would like to use that ability here.
Wait, that turned it from a 1 to a 100
So here's the
then?
thing. So here's
Yes.
the thing. I'm curious.
Oh shit.
So you're saying that, right? How fucked is this outcome? Out of curiosity.
Kind of with you. Like I
'Cause
would
here's
like
the
to
thing. Here's the
know.
thing. You've never pointed that out to me willingly. Like I know I can do these things, but you don't point these things out willingly.
Well, you didn't know.
This is the
you
"Are
didn't
you
know-
sure" option.
Yeah,
You
this is
didn't
the
know-
Archer option.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the abilities that I typed in for the 200th episode. Special abilities.
But here's the thing. Okay, it's a D100. Technically speaking, in some contexts, it's a good thing to roll a 1.
Look, it's at the end. It's your
This is-
choice.
It is your
We're the-
choice. I just
Need
What's
need
your
to
no.
choice?
know.
Do you want a 1 or a 100?
Pick now.
The opposite end of the spectrum is really good. It's like, but have I ever been 100% anything, right? I'm pansexual. I'm not 100% gay, straight, or anything.
What?
Hey, you can't use
I
that
could've
logic
took
on
a
me. I'm
left turn, but I
bisexual.
took the right turn, so technically speaking, my variables aren't 100% either. Do I 100% trust myself? No.
I stopped
1 times
listening
out of
to
10,
this.
do I trust myself? Yes.
I stopped listening to the conversation for half a second. What fucking turn did we take to end up here?
This is turning into like a you know that I know that I know that you know that you know that I know thing.
Shut up, bitch!
Everyone here sits here and is scared to take gambles.
Well, I guess it.
Then do it.
But I
Push the
just
button.
I just throw. Why not? Let the
Okay,
chaos
so-
flow.
So you're gonna go
Hi.
with the 1.
I'm gonna go with the 1.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
Do it. Do it. Hit me.
I
Hit me.
have to learn. We have to learn. This is why we do this.
We have to learn as everything turns inside out.
All
Okay,
right.
hold on. Now that that's a possibility, maybe I will
Well, too late.
dial up to 100.
Nope. You've
Too late
already said
now.
you're taking the 1.
I get the I get the feeling that Thorgrim wakes up, sits up, stretches, and then he goes, "Why does everything taste purple again?" Oh
All
god.
So, Aurelia,
Is this like a private DM player thing, or is this like?
as you twist the hourglass, you realize that you have messed with the magic maybe a little too much, and you see a pulse coming out from the hourglass. You see 2 very distinct timelines. One of you getting out of bed with no issues, and the other of you getting out of bed and falling on the floor. You have, and a sense of urgency comes to your mind as you realize that now your probabilities are either exceedingly high or exceedingly low, with no in-betweens.
Oh.
You now have an aura.
Wait, am I just a 50-50 slot machine?
What's your color? Do you want blue, red, white, purple,
I like pink.
pink? Okay.
Yeah.
In a
You've just gained a probability field.
60-foot radius aura around you, every roll that is made is now a D2. A 1 is a crit failure, and a 2 is a crit success.
Jesus
Oh.
fucking Christ.
You just turned everything into a 50-50. Oh my god.
Dude, holy shit. And this is why people don't like dude, this is why I'm just so I'm destined for this. This is
Oh my
great.
God.
I'm excited for this. This is gonna be an amazing day.
Well,
Well,
Everything is now in evens or odds.
Wait for everybody?
Yeah, everyone within your aura, and everything within your aura.
Yeah,
Jesus
okay.
Christ, everything just turned into a 50-50.
Attack
Wild
rolls,
magic exists everywhere.
So wait,
skill check, death
fights can end
throw.
really quickly either way now.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, I'm just saying this could be the day we P1.
Oh god.
Or we just go straight to the boss right now and we kill him.
Yeah, the 50-50 boss.
Yeah. We can wrap this up real quick, guys. Well, on that note, I'm gonna casually walk out like nothing happened. I'm not gonna mention shit.
Do we see this aura by any chance?
No.
Okay.
Do we feel
Maybe
anything? Do we
broken.
feel anything different or no?
No.
I'm just gonna sip some what are the beverages? What are the bevs looking like in this mansion?
Whatever you
Whatever
want.
you want.
Sip some good old tea.
You see
Well, there's
another
plenty of
timeline where
that.
you're sipping coffee.
I'll take the odds 50-50 coffee or tea. Hold on.
50-50 coffee, 50-50
What does 2 get me?
coffee
Holy
or
shit!
motor oil.
Critical success.
All right.
Or tea.
So, you got tea because that's actually what you wanted to drink.
Woo!
And as you walk in, you see the last light going through his morning exercise routine as he is presently doing sit-ups. And as he comes up once, he nods to you and says, "Good morning," and then continues with his exercise.
Gonna slurp my tea casual examining
I'm.
and wave
Uh,
gently.
so, are you? When you say casual, are you attempting to be casual, or while not foaming at the mouth, or?
I'm just sipping tea while
no.
casual waving. I'm not trying to like, you know what I mean, lust for him.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it really understands like
He doesn't.
intimacy. Yeah.
He doesn't get
She's
that
kind
yet.
of weird, you know? She's been trapped in timelines. Hi.
We're just gonna, after waking up, is going to do his morning routine, making
But I
sure
am
all the
wanting him
stuff
to
is ready.
learn.
All right.
Make sure all the stuff is ready and good to go, and then he's gonna make his way out to the kitchen.
Okay.
I don't know. He's gonna order eggs and bacon.
You are served eggs and bacon.
He's gonna eat his food. Hopefully fine.
Okay. Who's next?
Thorgrim will get up. He'll sit up. He'll stretch, and he will, grab his hammer and go downstairs. And as soon as he enters the field, he'll kind of just go over here, and then just sit down, and be like, "Does anyone smell blue?"
What?
Oh well. Bacon, please.
Just gonna answer that with a. What are the odds he gets bacon?
Do you want me to roll a 50-50?
There's no in
Yeah.
between with him. It's always
Sure.
Bacon or sausage.
Yeah, roll a
Bacon or
d2. We'll
sausage?
find out.
I
You
get
are
a I get a pig instead.
you are served a large plate of sausage instead of bacon today.
worst. It's vegan sausage.
No.
I'm gonna jot this down in my notebook also, casually, while still sipping my tea.
Thorgrim is just staring at the sausage, kind of tilting his head and going, "Bacon looks different today."
Sausage, Thulgrim.
No, I ordered bacon. Why is sausage here?
Just gonna. Well, that's going on. Watching this unfold.
You know what?
Slurping intensifies.
Screw it. He'll eat the sausages anyway.
Okay.
Morning, everyone. As Scalodius has woken up.
Good
Morning,
morning.
Sclodius. George says, he says, George is saying like good morning. He's just gonna do his normal rocking in a chair back and forth thing that he usually does.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Now we'll
Roll
all
it.
see if he can.
I was
Roll
gonna say,
athletics.
how are you tempting fate now?
Oh, it's fine.
You are
Hey.
the most balanced you have ever been in your life.
Perfectly balanced as all things should be. Oh my god, he's Thanos.
Eventually, George's just gonna kind of look up. His legs aren't even on the table. He's just kind of sitting in his chair and is somehow perfectly balanced.
How the hell are you doing that? Oh,
I'm assuming practice, since I normally do this whenever I'm in a chair and thinking.
yeah, but you're like damn near floating.
I do this a lot. Like I said, is it a problem that I'm good with balancing?
Hmm. It's just. Are you secretly a monk? Because only monks
No.
usually do that. Huh.
I probably was trained by a monk during my time of getting trained by the soldiers, but I don't know. I don't remember.
Huh. Well, you learn something new every day. Nom 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 sausage. Nom 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 nom.
So about Otto will show up and he'll just kind of walk up and say, "Hello."
Good morning, all.
Hello, Otto.
Morning.
Morning, Otto.
Good morning. He'll eventually pull out the chair and then sit down and kind of just ask for a salad.
Okay, you are given a salad.
I guess Maravesta gets up and she's gonna say, who are all these people in my bedroom?
This is the dining hall.
This is where I sleep.
Just because you chose to sleep in the dining hall does not mean it is the bedroom.
Also, I believe this is Elvira's place, so.
It
You could
was,
always
a,
ask her to custom make you a room.
it was a long night.
I do not believe she'd be able to reach the room in her current state anyway.
Hey, are you supposed to be eating a salad?
Yeah, what's wrong with me eating a salad?
I was told I can't put anything in my mouth on this island.
That food
Oh,
was not made in this island. It was made in a pocket dimension that's separate from the island.
This is a different.
This is
It's
safe
kind of
food.
like a new plane of existence or something. It's fine. Nom 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 nom.
Just to be safe, I think I'm just gonna have a nice spoonful of fire for breakfast.
huh?
Ooh, spicy.
Huh? Ma'am, I'm a dragonborn, and even I know that doesn't make any sense.
I'm sorry, what? Nom 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 fire.
Some fire elementals feast on fire, says Adel as she also gets a salad.
At this point, LV will have made her way to the dinner table, and as she hears this, she's like, "Yes, but how many of our number is currently in a fire elemental form?"
I don't know.
Or is even close to that, Jubilee says, following closely behind.
Oh, good morning, Julie.
Are you saying that there is 100% chance that none of us are secretly fire elementals?
I think in this group it would be hard to keep that a secret.
You would be surprised.
Unless somebody's wearing a costume. But I would know if somebody was wearing a costume.
Oh,
Or
would
is
you?
very good with polymorphic magic.
Now, who here is particularly good at magic?
Many of us.
Yes, exactly.
Raises hand.
Roughly half the party.
So that means technically roughly half the party could be secretly fire elementals.
Yes, indeed. Or some other Eldritch horror.
Who would have thought?
Plot thickens.
By the way, Aurelia, how confident in your time abilities are you?
Pretty confidence.
It should be possible then, if one of us does get infected, you should be able to freeze them in time, can't you?
He wants me to freeze them in time.
If they are infected, yes.
I mean, technically, I can do that. I mean, technically, I can do that. I mean, getting them back might be the issue.
That is fine. It is better of a potential problem of them being stuck in time than a permanent problem of them being infected with no cure.
My lady, wouldn't the prudent thing to be wouldn't the thing that makes more sense to reverse time then?
Yes. However, as we have seen, she cannot control how long she can reverse time.
So
Or how
theoretically,
far she reverses time.
theoretically she also couldn't control how long the suspension happens.
Suspended time can be reversed. Reverse time, I'm not so sure.
There's also a chance that she speeds up time and
Hey, DM, don't
Beats
I have
up.
a forward and backwards button, like a iPod kind of thing on top of my hourglass?
yes, you do.
I want to press the backward button real quick. I want to see if I can
Oh,
reach
dear
this.
God.
Oh my fucking god!
Hey, roll the d2.
No!
Oh my fucking god!
Oh no!
Jesus
Oh,
Christ,
forward.
woman!
It went forward. It went forward.
Wait, now can I use sleight of hand to try and massage the usage
Oh wait,
of
yeah,
the?
can't I increase my dice?
You would have to be next to her in order to try and do that. And what do you mean increase your dice?
Can't I, don't I have something? Hold on, let me double check.
Panic, 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 panic.
We're gonna use another exhaustion thing to fucking to make it a
Well,
success.
hear me out. Let's be honest, does it fuck with my rolls today?
You're taking a minus
Technically
3
speaking,
or
it's a
minus 2 to
50-50.
everything again. Yeah, you're taking a minus 2 to a 50-50.
Yeah, wait, hold on, Chor, how does that affect a 50-50?
What do you mean?
So if I take an exhaustion level, does that just like always the negative odd?
So since the way it's supposed to work is it makes you pass a saving throw or make something miss depending on how you want. If you choose to succeed, it will take the only odd that can succeed.
Okay, but I guess if I have an exhaustion level, right? Oh, so if I roll 2, I just succeed. If I roll 1, I fail.
Yes. So at the
I guess at
moment,
this point the minuses don't matter.
at
Then
this
hear
point,
me out. We gonna fix that shit.
so you're going to take an exhaustion point.
Hear me out. We're gonna fix that shit.
Okay.
We are fucking around, boys.
What's this we bullshit?
Wee!
All right, roll the 2. What's happening? What's popping?
All right. Hold on. I have to consult the good list this time.
I think you mean, hey, alright, I rolled a 2. What's happening?
What point in time are we going to now?
That's 1 level exhaustion. I'll be fine.
Back
You're
to
at
the
2.
beginning.
No, I got 1 erased last night and then I slept, so I got 2 done.
Yeah, you have 2 again.
10.
Yep.
No,
How
she
do I
has
have 2
1
again?
because
Yeah.
Last
She read-
night,
Okay,
Last night we
hold on.
twisted.
yeah,
Hold
last
on, he was
night,
not aware of the first thing.
Yeah.
Aurelia used the hourglass, and it got rid of one of
Oh,
her
okay.
exhaustion points.
Cool.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's the part he was not aware of.
And then slipped off the other one.
So we're back to 1.
Cool.
Okay.
1 is still bad.
1, 2, 3. Okay, hold on. I have to do counts again. 1, 2,
Oh no.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Roll a d12 for me.
Oh dear God.
It's a positive effect, whatever happens, so. 10.
Perfect 10.
All right.
Ty Dillon.
After you asked how well she can control the hourglass, and she presses the rewind button, targeting George, you all watch as George stands up and, in reverse, walks out of the room.
What?
Aol just watches him go, and then just gives Aurelia death glares. When you said you were in control, did you accidentally lie?
I mean, it's worked. He went back 10 seconds.
George, you re-enter the room.
Morning, everyone.
Hello, George.
Better roll that 1d2 again, buddy.
Yeah, he's gonna try to balance on his chair again.
Okay, roll the d2.
Oh no.
Number.
You
Snap.
As you lean back, you suddenly realize that you don't have yourself as you topple and hit the ground.
Oh, it's this one.
Ah! Fuck, I'm usually able to keep my balance with that. What the hell?
By the gods, woman, you are testing my patience.
Oh my God.
You guys asked for it. You wanted to see if I could control time. There you
I
go.
did not ask for a demonstration. A simple yes or no answer would suffice.
Well, you said I couldn't control it well, so I showed you I could.
Julie's starting to massage the shoulders of Adel to calm her down.
Aol's just
Nothing-
rubbing
nothing-
her face.
It's also
Sorry,
worth
what
noting
happened?
Weird
time
way either.
isn't broken. I am broken. There's a big difference.
Yes, clearly.
So I'm sorry. What happened? What's this conversation that's going on?
She pushed you 10 seconds backwards in time.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
What?
You've entered this room twice today.
We'll look over to Aurelia and say, "Please do not remind me again.
Do not remind you or remind you?
Remind me. Rewind me.
Remind or remind?
Rewind.
Okay.
Reverse.
Do not make him go backwards in time again.
What if he gets infected?
Do not even go backwards in time again unless I am infected."
For the very first time,
Obviously.
LV stands up in her chair, looks at Aurelia, and says, "Bitch, did I stutter?"
I mean, he was the one saying remind.
Use your inside voice, Avariel.
Yes,
Lie.
yes, sibling. And slams down, like sits back down roughly in her chair and just puts head in her hands.
Okay. So, the irresponsible manipulation of the timeline aside, what is our plans for today?
It wasn't irresponsible. It was
It was very irresponsible, woman.
Do you
Inside
understand time?
voice, Princess Adelsade.
I apologize if my voice is a bit louder than usual, but you know, someone is messing with the timeline again.
Are you or are you not royalty?
Yes, I am royalty.
Then please keep your voice at a calm demeanor while we are inside. Thank you.
Yes, milady.
Note, Lie did not look up from their notes as they continued looking
Oh
at
no, of course not.
I mean, the plan is to probably. Well, yes, is that we know where the only potential cures are, or potential antidote is for the infection.
Or at least
He also-
a dosage of it.
Exactly, the closest dosage of it. That's closer to the actual fissure, or the source of the infection.
Well,
We were also, I guess, in a way, we're kind of at a bit of an impasse where the thing with Deadbeard is northwest, while the thing with the fissure and the actual and the dosages for the cure is northeast. And from what I can remember, our working theory was if we could get Otto a sample of it, he could possibly replicate it.
Heavens help us if we have to split up.
if that is the case, then we should go for the dosage.
I suppose that one's more on a time crunch than the other thing. I suppose that makes sense.
Yes, I would like to separate from you all as little as possible, especially on an island where any one of us could get infected at any point.
Yeah, no, I was not suggesting we separate. I was saying that in a sarcastic manner, where that is a very bad idea.
Oh no, I was agreeing with you.
So assuming we want to make sure we at least have some type of failsafe with the cures, with at least while we're here.
Wise idea. Especially one which is more reliable.
The northeast is the direction we go.
Wait, that's a cool spell.
Oh no. Jor, are you giving her ideas again?
No.
Ugh.
No, he's giving her nukes.
No, I already have one of
Insane.
those.
Oh no.
Also, Jubilee, please, but you still do have my swords. I'd like for you to make sure you're taking care of them properly.
Well, I'm pretty sure I was going to I returned them to you after we did that thing, but
No, for the time
wait, you
being, I'd like you to continue using them so that we have a means of fast transportation.
If you insist, but I will warn you, I will not be using it in combat then.
That's fine. The way I'd rather us have a safer means of traveling than I'd rather us have a safer means of travel than actually going by foot. Because seems like when we try to go by foot, we keep running into areas that we cannot be in.
True.
Besides, as
a side note, I'm assuming since the swords never talk to me, I'm still unaware that they talk.
Hey, Jor.
You haven't
Does
tried
Holt-
talking to the sword yet. What?
Does Hold Person work on the things we've been fighting?
You don't know. You haven't tried.
I guess they're a monster, right? They're no longer like a person under it, but mutated.
But yeah,
Sorry, I'm just
if
sitting
anything, I do have alternative means of doing damage and things I can use. So
Very well. Guess whenever we are ready, I'll prepare to split and do magic again.
Okay.
And milady, I apologize if my impulse control is gone from one of my sides again.
Your apology is acknowledged. You will still be held responsible for your actions.
And yet this still feels so unfair.
you learn to get used to it.
I'm gonna.
In this case, you won't have to be used to it for long, at least until we're out of here.
I'm gonna have to think of a way to somehow chain the two sides together. It's gonna be weird. Oh well. Suppose just let me know when you're ready, milady, and I will split in half again.
Well, I see no reason to hang around.
We should probably first make sure we completely surrounded outside, I guess.
Hubert, can you check?
Of course.
Probably we'll start beginning whatever rituals needed to do the split then.
It's not a ritual, it's just an action.
Alright. She does that, and immediately her side with impulse control is thinks immediately to hold the other side back real quick from showing affection.
No.
Sure.
It's like a puppy who wants to get close. No,
I
we
need like a
to
smart
serve the lady, not
person.
smother her.
What happened?
If I give this to someone, how does this work? Because it says you force weapon used in the casting, right?
You hit 5 people with it, so you choose out the 5 people within range that you want to hit with that attack.
So that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
That I get. But I'm asking if I give a moat to someone and give them this, does it use their weapon?
I'd assume so.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna make a moat, a little spinning hourglass with 1 5-level spell slots for steal 1 strike.
Okay.
Who is my favorite today? Who likes to smack many things really fast?
There are at least 3 of us that love to do that. Thorgrim holds a hand up while eating sausages.
Okay, kind of like a... For all my Naruto nerds, I'm really into that. Like a Rasengan, she's gonna spin this hourglass in her hand and make a moat containing steal 1 strike.
Okay.
Alright, well, who wants it?
What is that?
It is this spell. She's gonna lay out her spell book, and you're gonna see like a man. Oh, I get to explain this very derpily. A man with a sword. Imagine Yasuo, and you see like whoosh, whoosh, him striking 5 target dummies. I'm
Who's
giving like a visual
Yasuo?
aid, just a Yasuo character. You know what I mean? Like a
Character from League of
like-
Legends.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like a. He's very bushy ponytail hair.
Yeah, if you play
I guess he's
Quinn
striking
top
5
and you're going
times.
against Yasuo top,
Jesus Christ, no,
you
we're not
pretty
talking
much
about League
use
of
your
Legends right now.
talents and you gouge Yasuo's eyes out while he cries. Oh, you're playing a range character top.
So
I'm
on the
sorry,
right,
were
you're
you
gonna see the
speaking
arcane
English?
symbols and the text and everything. But on the left, you're gonna see a demonstration of what it does, because that's how she does her spellbook.
So
And then
let
you're
me.
gonna see the character teleport 5 feet from the target.
So you're
Waving
telling
his sword
me.
excited.
So you're telling me that your spellbook is made completely
That
out of
wasn't me.
Nope. that was
made
me.
completely out of illustrations on how the spell work rather than
Illustrations, yeah. So left page is like illustration. The right page is like the actual ingredient, like what it is. So every spell works like that. So like fireball, it's just a guy holding like a giant ball of fire, and then he hurls it at a target dummy, and the target dummy has a sad face.
A picture book spellbook is crazy.
If she has the fly spell, it's just a stick figure drinking a Red Bull.
if she had the levitate spell, it would just be a stick figure that randomly just started floating.
Yeah. Just cute little
Screw
drawings.
gravity.
Like if you've ever seen the Naruto manga, it's just like the cute little derpy drawings they do is how I envision it.
Yep.
So who wants it? It's a really cool spell.
Ellie will point out both Thorgrim, Beastie, and Scalodius and go, take your pick.
And as
Or
that
Mara,
happens,
whoever wants it with a melee weapon.
and Hubert will walk in.
Oh, yes.
I mean, I do mostly use psionic blades that I throw from a distance.
Okay, then this one fits you.
Give it to
Because you're
Hubert.
gonna basically get really close and personal to someone. Hubert's future best friend, do you want this? She's gonna show her spellbook in the left hand, so like... do I have like a book? You know what I mean? Like where you like hold a book with one hand, she's gonna flip it around towards Hubert and then have the moat in the other.
Hubert will
So
look
he
to
sees the illustration and the rune, and then he sees the moat in her hands.
Hubert will look to it, watches the illustration as I presume it's magically enchanted to
Yeah, it's
actually
magically
be
enchanted to show you what it does. Yeah.
And-
if you check shit posting, that's exactly what I imagine.
And Hubert will shrug and says, seems like it could be useful.
Okay, here, come grab it.
He'll move over to you and hold out his hand.
When you want to use it, you just crush it.
Very well.
Mhm.
And then he'll move back to Adelsarte.
And I marked in my spellbook that I used that.
It appears to be clear outside.
Good. Then let's go.
I require another few minutes, Lai says, as they can write.
Okay.
I'm also going to use mage armor because I don't think I have armor, do I?
Probably not
I
as a
think
wizard.
you should,
Yeah, I guess gonna pop a good old mage armor on me.
It's
I guess
very
during those minutes, Beastie's going to
'Cause I'm
look
like-
between Skolodius and Thorgrim. Hey, which one of you two had the sword that we got from the paladin with the sticky stuff in him?
Which sword's that?
This one, I believe, holding up duty.
Duty.
Mia's been thinking on this for a bit now. That would take out the puppet guy.
Huh?
Can somebody refresh me what duty does? Because I seem to have blacked that information out completely.
So let me read the description for you. This magical greatsword was once used with within a paladin corps. It primarily used as a means of executing the vile in hopes of cleansing their soul to give mercy to those heading to the afterlife. It's +2 and dangerous while attuned to the weapon. When slaying evil creatures, it gains a charge for a maximum of 10. When you kill an evil creature, you may expend 10 charges to purify its soul and change it to good, allowing them into a better afterlife.
Ah, okay.
When you do this, you gain a permanent plus D10 to your maximum health when attuned to the weapon.
Is long
Okay.
sword
I'm also-
ritual as well? That's what I
Do
said.
what?
What, Rich?
Long strider?
Don't
Is that a
think so.
ritual or is that?
It'll say
just a
ritual
regular.
if it were. I think it's just a regular
Yeah.
spell.
That sucks. I love that spell in BG3. That's what I was asking. All right, I guess I have nothing else to prep.
Curious.
Shit.
And after 10 minutes, the last light will finally don his armor completely, and Lai will roll the scrolls up into a cylinder before clapping their hands together and standing before saying, "I need another few minutes. I must don my armor."
That's fine.
We'll walk over here and begins rummaging through their pack as they pull out a set of clothing which they will wear under the armor for the day.
Why, sibling dear, I did not realize you wore armor.
Yes, I have come to find out that wearing armor is rather useful whenever you are prone into melee combat.
Typically, yes.
As such, I have grown accustomed to wearing it.
That is a very astute observation, and I am proud you've taken steps to take care of yourself.
It is only logical, they say as they begin to change.
Yes. Quite.
And after changing, they begin putting on their armor and say, "My studies of magic were not only arcane, I am afraid to say. I also decided to practice in the means of channeling magic through my blade.
Oh, excellent. That is far different than what I usually do. I am much more of the traditionalist.
As they say this, as a demonstration, they pull out their short sword, run their finger along the blade, and you hear a faint humming sound come from it.
Ah. Am I aware of this particular practice?
Yes.
Excellent. Ah. You have graduated from the College of Blade Singers, have you not?
Yes.
Excellent. That will most certainly assist you in being more agile and more defensive. I am quite interested to see you in combat, dear sibling.
Yes, but I will attempt to avoid being in close range combat as much as possible.
Fair. I believe I shall join you in those efforts. I am not particularly strong, nor am I particularly agile.
While I still much prefer to avoid frontal confrontation where possible.
Very fair. Right?
As they clasp the last clasp of their armor, they nod and say, "I am ready to depart."
Excellent. Come along, everyone.
Alright.
Once we all leave the mansion, LB will take
Wait a
the
minute.
porcelain door and will place it on in thin air where the mansion was, and will mimic a closing motion before pulling it away and putting it in the pocket.
Okay.
And she's actually going to walk over to Julie 1 and Julie 2.
They're just in the middle of whipping up the windwalk.
Okay.
It
She's
takes
just
a few moments.
quite curious at the fact that there is now two of them.
Julie Toole looks over and sees you and immediately wants to give you affection before the first one stops her. Not now. We do appreciate you. Unfortunately, my dear, all my impulse control is in this body.
I see.
But as you noticed, that does not mean I do not care for you as well, my friend.
Well, she's going to lean over to the more in control one and give her a little peck on the cheek and say, "I know, my dear. I love you too, darling."
Sibling, do you have romantic interest in this one?
No, familial. She is a sister to me.
I see.
I consider these fellows my family. Well, my second family.
They tilt their head, but they say nothing more to this.
It is. I realize it's a rather eclectic assortment, but bonds are important, or at least I have found them to be.
Very well. I will keep them in sight, however.
Please do.
So, I presume Windwalk has been cast for the wind walking.
Mhm.
Alright.
I do believe so.
Brrrrum.
Fart clouds go. Woo!
Northeast. Or are we going northwest?
East.
It was northeast was where the dose for the cure was.
Oh boy. Okay.
I think we said it was gonna be like 1 square for each hour for the spell.
And how many
Yep.
hours is a spell?
8.
8.
Alright.
Let me roll. Hold on. I gotta roll D2s.
You gotta do
Oh,
random
God.
encounter shit.
Yeah.
Wait, is that happening for you? Wait, what?
Yeah.
That
You all-
fucking goddamn
The game-
hourglass is stronger than we think it is, huh?
The fucking hourglass
What do you
affects the literal omnipresent force in this campaign.
I mean, that's what time magic is.
Game is borked.
So the thing that Avarial caused that makes D2s be your dice
No, that
also
was-
also or not.
Wasn't
I don't know
me,
why
it
I
was,
said Avarial.
Yes. No.
Aurelia. There we go.
Yes.
Elven names. Just one of those things.
Yeah.
It also affects the random encounter rolls.
Yeah, because those are also D100s, are they not?
Wait, so there. This is a successful encounter versus a not. Oh god. So
Yes.
what did you do?
We are fucked.
It just means more combats.
Or nothing
Means
at
a
all.
chance for more combats. See, you guys live in this like negativity realm, but I'm telling you, this is a good thing.
Uh-huh.
I live in a realm that's called realist.
You can
Yeah.
move to the next square.
Realistically, it's fine.
For now.
Realistically, you're suffering from Delulu, my girl.
No,
Hmm.
time magic's cool. You guys just gotta catch up to the times.
It's hard to
Apparently
catch
so
up
do
to the
you.
time when time gets fucky-wucky with someone messing with the goddamn hourglass.
Yeah, it's hard to catch up with
So,
the times when the times
here's
go
the thing.
backwards and forwards.
Messing implies it's not controlled. It is in fact controlled.
Is it?
I thought Mark with the gun dagger was wild.
Everything has been calculated. I have a notebook of what has happened so far.
Pretty sure you've trumped what Mark has done with the gun dagger just with that.
I have
fucking-
shot myself with a frostbolt, so it is calculated.
I'm pretty sure documented and calculated are not the same thing.
Well, okay. The Hyundais that people drive, they have to go through various tests. Some days they rolled a nat 1 and the car exploded, but hey, I'm here to roll the odds. I am doing science.
All right.
Okay,
You
Mike.
can move to the next square.
There you go.
And my car rolled a nat 1 now.
Hmm.
All right. You can move to the next square.
You're welcome, everyone.
Uh-huh.
And Lai eventually chimes in and says, "We are almost to the destination."
How much further do we have to go?
50-50.
They begin to give directions, and you have to go here.
Check the hourglass first. Make sure we're.
You mean the
Sure, we can roll the
Compass?
hourglass.
No, not the
no,
hourglass.
no,
The
no.
compass. The compass. The compass. The compass.
I don't
You
think
can't
we
check the
can
compass.
while we're
You
wind.
can't check the compass. You're made of wind.
That's true.
What does happen if I roll your hourglass for you?
Ah!
Well, if you try to take the hourglass, it just comes back to me.
I don't want to take it. I just want to spin it.
that may involve taking it, which...
We not play catch with the magic hourglass?
We're not playing catch, we're playing
I
Bobbit.
just feel scared. Like, I don't know why when someone else touches it.
Oh, we all feel that's when you are the one that's touching it. Don't worry.
Yep.
Yeah, but see,
You
I'm
can-
controlled.
No, you are
can
not.
Move to the you can move to the next square.
Wow.
Tauntaun has more self-control than you.
Hey, here's a question. Do I seal
Wait.
the timelines where we get an encounter?
Roll perception. Which is a
I
D2,
don't
by the way.
Yeah! Oh, fuck, I gotta... Here, I'll just roll the thing. Oh, is there not a T2 roll? Fuck, I unplugged my
Just
keyboard.
slash
I'm
roll
trying to clean it.
D2.
I'm trying to clean my keyboard. That's gonna take me a second. Nope.
Uh-oh.
Can I try to persuade her to let me spin the?
You're all made of wind at the moment. She can't let you hold the hourglass. But yes, in your leisure, you can certainly try. As you're looking around, you don't see the timelines where encounters happen, but you do see one where a creature has been following you the whole time.
Gee, I wonder which one that fucking was.
Oh, God.
So,
As a comment to what they were saying, by the way, that I don't have, like, it's unknown or anything else, I am actually pretty controlled. I do see a lot of things happening, possibly.
You what?
It's nothing.
Wait, it's better than nothing, right? Like, it's literally better than having nothing to go on. We have many things to go on.
I think I would prefer nothing to go on in this instance.
so
At this point, yes.
As the conversation goes on, you eventually begin to land, and you are very quickly coming to realize why Lai referred to it as the fissure of flesh, as there is a large crack in the earth where crimson, almost liquid look flesh is swirling around within, bubbling with unseen life beneath.
You can just say, like, blood and plasma and stuff.
No, this is fine. But, Elle's going to check the fissure, and then we'll check the compass for first the source of the infection.
The source of the infection points inwards towards the island.
Really? So, away from the fissure?
Yes.
Ah.
Th-
Okay.
This was not the source. This is where the what you call it
Cures.
was.
Alright,
Panacea.
what about
The
the panacea?
It points towards the fissure.
Oh, bother. Alright, well, Elle's going to very tentatively start making her way over.
You know, we're just gonna think to himself for a second. Looking down at the fissure of flesh.
I'm gonna go to the edge here.
Oh dear. Hubert,
Can
please.
if I can reach, can I teleport to like the branch across from it?
How far is your teleportation?
60 things.
60 things.
Meters,
Feet?
squares.
Feet, you mean?
It's feet.
Feet.
Wait, I'm a rogue. I'm a rogue.
Feet.
Okay. Because I can, where is it? I can throw one of my psychic blades 60 feet, and I can teleport. I can use it, a bonus action to do teleportation to a blade. Oh wait, equal to up to a number of feet equal to 10 times the number rolled. Oh fuck. Never mind, forget it. It's not gonna work today.
Please look before we leap.
And I do not believe jamming any blade into a fissure made of flesh is a good idea.
How far down is the cliff? Like the floor?
It's rough estimate is the fall is about 80 feet down.
Before you hop down there, let's at least try and get an idea of what we're dealing with here. And Edel's just going to take a look to see what she can see.
Roll perception.
Alright.
It looks like a laceration dug into the planet itself.
As you look, you see a lot of fleshy growths, a lot of sinew, but other than a lot of flesh, you don't see anything else.
Jubilee, do you see anything?
I shall take a look. I'll make my perception check. Is the studious one with her right now? Oh wow.
As you look, you see shapes actually under the film of the top. And as you continue to gaze, you see a small golden orb in this section.
And when?
Orb.
I see it. The Jubilee will immediately point exactly where the orb is. I think there it is.
Alright. Is it hovering
It is
or something?
No, it is under the flesh.
It's under the flesh, but there are also many forms under the flesh as well.
I think that means we can't get to it without riling up whatever is down there.
Well, we'd have to touch it, but about that one spell that gives us something that can get it.
And what spell would that be?
Mage Hand?
Yes,
Mage Hand.
actually, lie, dear sibling.
What is it?
How much would you say your bottle of panacea weighs when it's full?
Uncertain. They say pulling it out, holding it this way and that, before saying, I believe it can be lifted with a mage hand.
Ah, wondrous.
Yes, but that's too far down, and there's a film that stops us directly from getting to it.
Perhaps if we distract it long enough with a more immediate threat, someone can grab it.
I might be able to do something with that.
I also have a solution, though it is more clumsy, and I'm worried about using it.
3C, I think there's something that auto configure. I just need to check the ability. So I'm able just to move things with my mind, so I can kind of just...
You're a telekinetic.
Somewhat, yeah, that's... I don't know if it would work that well, but I could give it a shot. Only problem is that it would require me to get a little bit closer to it.
How much closer?
Within 30 feet of it.
That's not gonna be possible.
That's very close.
There's a film of that thing that's separating us from quite a distance.
What were you going to say, Maravesta?
I'm just gonna I'm just gonna look at the group while you guys are talking, and I'm just gonna manifest one of my soul blades and I'm gonna launch it as far as I can across the gap towards that branch.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
And I'm gonna
roll to
try and
hit.
teleport.
Roll to hit the branch.
Okay, let's see. I have to roll psychic teleportation, psionic energy die, which is energy 11th level D10.
It'll be a D10 times 10.
D10 times 10.
Or be a D10 and then times 10 whatever you
Okay.
roll. It's like the amount of feet. So 90 feet.
Okay. 90 feet. Will put me here.
Just try to clear the gap.
I did it, guys.
No, look over. That's cool and all, but that's not where we're trying to go.
That seems to have not solved the issue.
In fact, they're further away from the panacea now.
But
No, wait, that might be a good thing.
think of all of the potential loot now for the grabbing on that side of the crevasse.
Who knows what's over there?
There was literally a thing that lets you loot.
Jubilee with less impulse control.
I'm really just gonna search for nearby things to loot. Now that we
Okay. Okay. Roll the D2.
Fuck, can
D2. Oh, really?
Is there a way for me to roll a D2, like...
Just slash roll D2.
You could also just roll
Can't
it.
type
You can-
JP the third. I cannot type because I'm cleaning the keyboard. I've pulled this 3 times now.
You can also just click the dice and roll a D4. 1 and 3 will be a 1, and 2 and 4 will be a 2.
I like this odds, thank you.
Even the odds.
Oh, well.
Let's see. You find a pristine leaf that still appears to hold its green hue despite the ravaged area of the sickness.
And it's like the only one.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm keeping that. What the fuck? Oh my god. I don't mean to brag, but guys, I don't think we're gonna find anything better than this. This is actually dope.
Sure. Turns out it's the leaf of Kill Elf.
It's good.
Once we manage to receive this, I do want to test something once we got what we came for. George kind of pipes up and says,
Okay.
but for now, let's just worry about this thing.
If nobody else is trying for anything, I would like to attempt something.
Okay.
I have complete faith.
How do I make hand big again?
Do what?
Hand. How make big?
Click on it and touch one of the squares in one of the corners and then drag it. There you go.
Yeah, I
Oh.
it does.
That may be something only I'm able to do.
I think you're. Yeah. I could potentially send the hand to try and scoop it out of the fleshy ichor.
I don't
Also-
think that would be a problem, but the last time when Hoppy was doing the same thing with that book, when he disturbed the flesh or I guess damaged it in any way, that's what brought that creature to attack him.
That's what I'm saying. We cannot break that film without those things down there come up to greet us.
So, how are we supposed to get it without breaking the film?
That's why I said my thing that lets me telekinetically move it could could work because it doesn't. I'd only be able to move the object itself.
But you need to get within 30 feet of the object to do so.
And would you not need to pull it through the film, therefore breaking it?
What
By the
about?
way, you were supposed to be on the other side with the impulseless Jubilee, as per the orders. Also,
Hold on.
Impulse Jubilee.
Go ahead, Chaos.
Impulse Jubilee is suggesting maybe we have someone distract its little antibodies, as it were, a little further upstream while someone else recovers.
What were you going to say, Miravesta?
Didn't we have the time lady roll it back, and then we just go down?
Run it back.
Oh, sure.
I mean, reverse
Maybe we play with more time and gets more tired. Sure, why not?
I mean, reverse
I don't see
the
repercussions.
flesh itself.
Yeah.
That could be a solution if we didn't know how long this flesh has been here.
Wait a moment. Elvie's gonna facepalm. She's gonna look to Lai and be, Lai, dear sibling, how did you get the panacea the last time?
I found it.
What method do you use to retrieve it?
Well, the ones that I discovered were not locked behind a film of flesh.
Ah,
I found one upon the body of a creature I slew, and another one upon an altar.
I see.
I think that Jubilee's plan seems like the most feasible one at the minute.
Wait, that's so fucked though.
What is?
The fact that, like, I'm not saying it's a character. The fact that someone had a panacea on them and they were still infected, that in itself is kind of fucked. Like,
Maybe
didn't
they
have
did
time
not
to use
know what
it.
they had.
Yeah, but that's still kind of fucked, right? Imagine having the cure on you and you don't know what it is and you just die anyways.
Or
That
you do
is-
know what it. Or you do know what it is, and you don't have a chance to take it before you
Yeah, see,
use your
that's what I'm
mind.
thinking.
Just out of
There's
reach.
a supply there.
Yeah.
That is very unfortunate for them.
Yeah, that's very fucked.
Terrible timing.
But their loss is our gain, or Lai's gain.
So what was Jubilee's idea again?
That we send someone further up, break the film there, distract them, and then,
Let one person recover.
That's the thing, is that I think it'll just attack anything within the area. No?
But it'll be more concerned with the higher threat, rather than tugging at it. Like
I'm not so
antibodies in
sure.
the body.
We send one of our strongest mages, and a mage goes and deals with them.
I'm not so sure. I feel like George is right in that they would just go berserk and attack everything in the area. And even if it were the case of attacking the biggest threat, a larger group of us would be a bigger threat than any one of us alone.
Especially since we're in a large chunk of flesh, and we've seen that they're able to call on. When they saw multiple of us, they were able to call on multiples of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
It was Hoppy by himself, only one creature came.
They're already aware of our presence on this island. It would not surprise me if they know who we are.
Personally, I would like to avoid fighting.
Unfortunately, I don't think it's possible to get that without fighting.
Although I'm pretty sure Milady does share that sentiment, though.
If it is possible.
Like I said, you share the sentiment, but you don't think it's possible. It's completely reasonable.
She pauses. Unless...
I've got a weird thought, Milady.
Yes.
If this flesh could feel pain, could it feel other sensations?
I don't think so.
It's a
Pleasure.
not what I meant.
Turning
I
from the
have my
flesh that
impulse control
eats
on
to the
this side.
flesh that mates.
Oh my god.
We're gonna make this island horny!
Sorry, Chaos, go ahead.
I'm supposed to be making the board jokes here, and I can't. Because everyone else is hornier than me. Anyways, I was thinking more along the lines of, and again, this is a strange line of thinking. Could you tickle it? Question mark.
An interesting
I'm just-
idea.
If it maybe vibrates the object to the surface, we can retrieve it without irritating it, as it were.
I mean,
I don't think it works that way, but we could try.
Milady, I'll be honest, I am grasping at straws here, but I'm just trying to come up with something.
Lie?
if anything, we could just take the risk of just simply moving it rather than actually striking the flesh itself.
But we can't move it without making it go through the flesh.
If there
Yeah,
are
but
if there are assumptions that it can feel other sensations, there's also the assumption that it can be sedated.
Have you been able to see anything like that?
I do not possess sedatives, so no.
Does anyone have She looks to George. You have drugs, don't you?
Finally, the drugs come in use.
I do have drugs, but I think this one enhances the ones that I had. And actually, no, I sold those to. Pretty sure I sold those to Rodriguez.
Damn it.
Plus, those drugs enhance spells, so it would only make this thing stronger if it was able to cast spells. Unless it overdoses, and I don't want to think about an overdosed island.
I doubt you have nearly enough to overdose an island.
It does kind
I
of.
don't know how to manufacture that kind of thing, do you?
I would probably need a sample of it. I do have a spell that can incapacitate things, but it also does damage at the same time. However, there is a spell that can make it to where things can't react, which could also be a solution in some way. I think Jubilee has used it before as well, where it's simply a synaptic static.
That still does psychic damage.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
And it only has a chance of confusing things.
I'm pretty sure before Poppy actually struck the flesh, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Otto will pipe up this thing. If I remember correctly, the reason why the flesh reacted was because Poppy actually struck it, in a way damaged it. So if me pulling out that thing somehow damages it, then that could be a risk, but if I'm just moving something around it, then I don't think it could cause damage.
But it's a film. You can't move it around it. There is no around to go.
God, I wish a spell that Otto uses all the time could do objects too.
He's the old log forward. Why not just teleport?
Teleport the item.
No. Teleport down there, get it, teleport back.
That's risky, but maybe doable.
Like what they do. They get angry and then they come out. They come out and we fight them from the top. And we have advantage. He shrugs. And even then, if they do that, They don't know where you teleport to. They may stay down there.
If this is the case, does Dimension Door work with objects you're holding or currently have in your hand?
Yes.
George will
You
say,
You take everything held / worn with you when you dimension door.
okay. So George will say, in that case, if I were to somehow place my hand on that and Dimension Door away, would I be able to take it with me?
Yes. Since you would have it in your possession.
That's a solution we could try.
A very risky one, but it's the least risky one there is.
Alright. So George will then walk over to the edge and will kind of look down.
Whatever you do, try. Just make sure you're not grabbed while you're down there. Then she frowns. And let's just hope that there's not someone down there that can counterspell.
Well, Jubilee could look over to Jubilee. I should also be able to counterspell it myself if that comes down to it.
No, take Jubilee with you. She can counterspell while you teleport both of you out of there.
I mean, I'm able to counterspell it if it counterspells me.
You can't cast 2 spells at the same time, can you?
Reactions don't count.
Wait, what does that mean?
I'm able to, George would say, I'm able to react to someone trying to counterspell me by counterspelling them back. It's happened before when we counterspell chain each other.
Yes, but my concern is if there's more than one. But I suppose maybe I'm just being paranoid. Still, it's better to err on the side of caution. You should take Jubilee with you, so yeah, back up.
Can Jubilee fly?
Not really.
I can.
But you don't know how to counterspell.
I do not.
I could make her fly.
You can.
Yeah, I know. A spell just called fly. I can make her just fly.
Excellent. Then we will do that.
Alright. The Otto will walk over to Jubilee and will cast fly.
Alright.
Okay.
Pretty much you have a flying speed of 60 feet for the next 10 minutes.
Alright. So just to go over the plan. George, you dimension door yourself and Jubilee down there. You grab the panacea and teleport back out. Jubilee, if anyone tries to counterspell him, you counterspell them.
Understood, ma'am.
If anyone tries to counterspell Jubilee, then you counterspell them, George.
Yep. Of course, my plan is if it tries to essentially grab us, Jubilee can at least be basically floating above me in case anything happens, so that she can at least grab me and dimension door me out.
Yes.
I'm gonna try and sit away from the other people doing this.
Alright. So as this is happening, George will summon out his wings. I'll say, are you ready, Jubilee? Jubilee?
Yeah, sorry. Back pain. What am I doing?
You're floating at least, I want to say, within 30 feet of me while I get to the thing. So if anything goes bad, you're able to grab me and potentially dimension door me out.
Alright, just I'll move when you move.
Yep. Then George will kind of float over, and then he'll float down as close as he can to the thing.
Okay. You see the vial sitting beneath the surface. It is within arm's reach if you get as close as you can to it.
He will try to get as close as he can to it.
Okay.
Then, doing this, he'll make sure he has his gloves on. Then we'll reach for the vial.
You're going to break the surface.
Uh-oh.
Oh my goodness. Forgot the plan already.
Yeah, he can't take a hold of it. He can't, like, the plan was to get a hold of it and then dimension door. He can't, he said he has to literally go through it to get a hold of it.
The plan was to dimension door under it, grab it, then dimension door back.
Will that still tell me breaking the surface if George just goes into it?
Not if you dimension door past the surface. Dimension door just takes you and teleports you on the other side. No breaking required.
Am I tripping? Is that what you're saying? There's like a layer of flesh between the fucking
Yes.
this? Okay.
Yes. So in order for you to reach it, you'd have to push your hand through it and grab the vial.
Okay. As George kind of gets closer, would there actually be space for him to dimension door into it?
Possibly.
Because we don't know how thick the layer of flesh is.
Yeah.
You're this far. Do it already.
Would you be able to get a good estimate of how deep it is within the flesh?
I mean, you can, if you are hovering right over the layer of flesh, you could reach it with your hand. So, maybe 3 feet deep at max.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take some like
Get
the
out of
extra.
gaseous forms.
Yes.
It is presumed that everyone is already out of their gaseous forms in this instance.
Okay.
So I have some spare clothing that I bought a while back. And I'm gonna take the old cloak I got from almost beginning of this campaign and wrap it around your hand, George, and that way you can use that to grab the thing and quickly discard the tunic when you need to, so it doesn't touch your hand. Tunic I wasn't wearing anyways.
Yeah, but that's still, we'd be breaching the surface of the flesh itself.
Yes, but at the very least then you don't get your hand covered in this stuff and get infected.
Can't you teleport through it? Can't say it all from the top.
That would
It's
still
only
put us
about-
inside it.
That put us inside unless I somehow lay myself flat and then dimension door in flat so I can grab onto it.
We can see figures through the film, right?
You see movement under the film.
I thought you said that we could see figures through the film. Like things down
I
there.
could see.
Yeah. Jubilee, you could see them. You couldn't.
Yeah,
Well,
so
since I'm already down here, I'm gonna get a better look while they're deliberating.
Okay.
Get an exact idea of what they look like.
On the other side of the chasm, can I just look around for anything of note? See if I notice anything.
Sure. Roll investigation.
holy moly.
Oh shit.
It's the big homie.
As you look around, you notice that there's a field of flowers. All of them have a strange viscosity to them, appearing to be made of no longer plant matter, but organic matter. And as you look everything over, you see what appears to be a knife laying within the middle of the field of flowers.
Okay, I'd like to go over to the flowers. I'm just gonna take the knife.
Okay.
I know knives. I'm a rogue.
Jesus Christ.
Hold on, give me just a second.
Oh boy. Hey, everything in this land could potentially be infected. Goes and grabs the first thing that's just laying on the ground.
Well, I was thinking about pulling a flower, but then I was like, well, the flower's probably like not good because they're goopy.
All right, so the dagger you pull from the flowers, it has a draconic-like visage as a hilt guard with teeth extending across the blade. The blade has a wave-like design to it with one edge serrated. And as you look it over, it appears to be a very potentially dangerous dagger.
Hey, dangerous for the enemy. Stab him, don't they? Hey, dab me up. That's what I'm saying.
While I'm looking it over, would I have like any like insight into like what this would represent?
Unfortunately, as far as you can tell, it is just a dagger. You have a feeling it could be magical due to the fact you see no wear and tear on it at the moment, but for the time being, no, you cannot tell.
I'll just slot the dagger into like on my hip, like in a belt loop.
Okay.
I'm not gonna tell anybody about the dagger right now. I'm just gonna hold it until divine inspiration.
Okay.
Oh boy.
This very well for
This is going on. George is gonna be sitting there thinking to himself for a second. He's gonna have a eureka moment as he's going to cast a spell he's never needed to cast before, but has always had ready.
Wait.
He's gonna cast Unseen Servant.
Okay.
Then he's gonna command the tell Jubilee to be ready. He's gonna command the Unseen Servant to retrieve the. I don't know how to pronounce this shit again. He's gonna command the Unseen Servant to retrieve the vial for him.
Okay. You watch as slowly an indent forms in the top layer of the film, and you hear a squelching sound as the layer is finally pierced, and eventually the vial is pulled up and offered to you.
Of course, we'll take it, and then we'll start flying back up towards the surface.
Okay.
I'll keep an eye on his back while we fly back up.
Okay.
Roll perception, Jubilee. You notice that the undulations have stopped.
Very careful. You might have gotten its attention.
Yeah, we should probably start turning into wind.
That would be wise, yes.
Yep. Tell your
What about the others?
Jubilee, you should be able to know what your other half is thinking if you guys are both in the same mindset. So your other half should be able to know about this conversation.
That's not how that works.
Really?
You are two separate entities until you reform.
Oh, okay.
Even if that was the case, I think she's currently distracted right now.
It'll send a sending to Hubert saying, Tell the others that we need to leave. Turn to wind and leave right now.
Apparently, we need to begin making our escape.
Okay.
Let's see. Gotta double check wind block. Because I think it takes 10 minutes. No, it
10
takes.
minutes.
10 minutes.
No, reverting takes a minute. But I think.
I've got it. Scroll up and it's right there.
Okay. Also requires a minute to transform back into wind.
That's what I said.
Yes, I was making sure. But let's see. How many hours have passed, though, since you guys started traveling? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So technically, yes, you still have it for 2 hours.
We have 2 more hours, so we have enough time to get away. We got
Alright.
lucky on this one, guys.
Does plucking
if we
like a
get a minute.
gloopy flower, is that like infection territory?
You don't know.
Touching it is probably a bad idea.
But you recall what Door's telling you is that anything that has any form of life on it is potentially infected. Or anything.
What about
Anything that had any form of life on it is infected on the island.
So it's
how inanimate
not
objects?
confirmed, but there's a chance.
Inanimate objects can also be infected.
What?
Hoppy was encased in the
I was gonna
growths.
say not infected per se, but they can be
Carriers.
attached.
Yes. Yeah, patients. Yeah.
So,
Oh, so it could be like a super weapon.
as
That's shit right there.
as you were all beginning to revert, you, about 20 seconds into the process, you notice that a bulge is beginning to perforate the film upwards within the fissure.
Alright, backing up.
Yep, nope. That's a big nope.
Maybe this dagger I pulled out of the ground, we can pop it.
It's been more than a minute, yeah.
No, it's been
Been
about 20
20
seconds since you've started reverting. You can continue focus on reverting.
No, I meant since I summoned the hand.
Yes?
Okay, because that's only going to be around a minute, so I have to delete it again.
Yep.
Delete it. Oh,
You can't do
Wait.
that. DM does.
I got it for you.
cool.
Alright.
I need to figure out if I could actually do that stuff. Okay.
Sorry.
So, Pipple.
Yeah. So, I need to know what everyone's doing now that you have noticed the growth.
Edel and Beastie have backed up away from the edge of the cliff while trying to transform, and Edel will send another sending to Hubert to tell Jubilee and, well, people on his side to do the same.
Okay.
I'm just like looking over the edge and like fiddling with the dagger I found, I guess.
I would recommend you start transforming back into wind, Hubert says to you.
We can go in and out of that form at will as long as it takes a minute.
once we're in that form, we'll be a lot safer.
Yes. You take very little damage.
Okay, I start to feel it becoming the atmosphere.
Power of fart cloud.
Begin becoming windy.
Just realize I don't know what wind is made of.
Wind is made out of air.
The air is made of air.
After a few more seconds, it appears the creature is having a hard time breaking the film, and you do all, in fact, become wind once again.
Kurt, son of
Alright. I'll say, okay, we got what we came for. Let's not stick around.
Yes.
Then, eventually, there is a pop a few seconds later as a form does rise from the fissure.
Oh,
Yeah, we're leaving.
Is it the thing? Is it the thing? Oh god, that's worse.
That's not what I thought was gonna happen.
No, that's way bigger.
As a very large, humanoid, if not for its size, entity slowly comes out, grasping the side of the fissure with one hand and then the
Joe,
other,
it has boobs.
and slowly pulls itself from the fissure and begins looking around.
That-
That is a quote.
Is it saying anything?
You don't know.
That's like some fleshy lotus skull lady thing. Yikes.
I'm sorry. No, yo, it has boobs.
I mean,
That is a quote for this group.
she is not wrong.
Doesn't change how funny it was.
Yes, agreed.
yeah. This is where everyone's just dipping. So.
We're leaving.
Well, hold on.
Oh,
No, we're
Are
leaving.
you serious? This is not your hear me out
Yeah,
here.
we're good to go.
Do not be tempted by the boobies.
But
This
think
is
of
not
how
your
big
hear me
Shards
out.
offering a lot more than cookies these days. I'm just saying. God.
Jesus.
That's why I should have been a bard. God damn it. Messed up.
Trying to take my gerb.
Hey man, you better use that power responsibly then. Look at the one guy standing in the picture if you zoom in. God damn,
That's the bard.
Okay, that's the bard.
The one guy.
Mummy.
Death by snoo snoo. And to be fair, I don't think you have the best track record when it comes to using things responsibly, so
Yeah, it's the
Hubert.
perfect use of them.
Hubert will rejoin the windy group, though.
Adel has left.
Okay.
We are leaving.
What about Jubilee and Meredith?
Leaving and leaving.
Yeah, I'm leaving. I'm not that crazy.
I can fix her.
oh my god.
Did you just want my bard title at this point? You want to take it?
I can fix it.
You wanna
idea
swap?
for a drow bard, but you know.
You want to swap characters at this point?
It's,
Actually, no. I do not trust
Do
Chaos.
you
with their
want to put
class.
that time power in my hands?
No, I don't.
With my chaotic tendencies?
I kind of trust you with it more than her at this point, so yes.
Oh dear God. That's
hey
saying
man, we
something.
have to learn about things by using them.
Or studying.
I think we get too
No, you
comfortable,
really
like,
don't.
You end up like the people from Up, and that's terrible.
Oh my
Like
God! Don't
everything
mention
he
that,
had
please.
was an investment in that house, and then she's dead. And now
Oh,
he has
it
to
makes
suffer with
me
some
so
obnoxious
sad.
What is
kid.
wrong with you?
So the point is, I think me investing time, get it, into investigating time
Get out.
is actually a fine use of our
Didn't the
time.
guy from Up, like, kill himself and hundreds of people by fucking around with something he didn't understand?
What?
No, it was
What?
What the fuck?
What?
Wrong movie.
What the fuck? No, it's the one with the fucking old guy and the
Oh, yeah, I
kid.
was thinking of the wrong thing. I was thinking about that alien that was a cloud.
The one with
Yeah,
the fucking
no.
Oh,
dogs,
no.
man.
Wait
What's
a
that
minute.
movie called?
What's wrong with everybody today?
But apparently, hey, they made Korra into a villain in Avatar, so women are the issue nowadays.
Oh, it was called Nope,
What?
not Up.
That's what I said.
Oh, yeah, Nope is definitely different.
But yeah, Korra's not a villain. She's just someone that did something stupid. She was probably
Yeah.
trying to fix something and fucked it up as per usual.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
no, that happens a lot.
She has so many more issues than Aang. I'll fucking say it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Aang was in his sweet little shonen
He was
adventure.
10.
Yeah, he's out here living life to the fullest.
And you want to know
His
why?
Water tribe. And guess
And you
what
wanna-
happens to Korra? Depression.
And you want to know why? Age. You know, the older you are, the more depression you get.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Okay. So, is there anywhere around that looks like it has the least amount of life?
Maybe the top of the mountain.
The top of the mountain it
Life
is.
was. Behind us was a lot of life, let me tell you.
The fuck? Make a second character for your tag out. Make it a bard.
Hey,
She already has a second character.
She needs a new one.
You have to make a third character.
My next character was gonna be a drow that had Oath of Redemption, but I was thinking about Bard too. I enjoy
Paladin
playing
bards are a thing.
Yeah, remember,
I will do that.
remember, you can multi-class.
Oh dear God.
A bard with the ability when they rarely fuck up their charisma rolls to just rewind the lives. That's amazing.
I'm pretty sure a Hololive person has that.
Let's run that back.
Let's not.
How you doing?
Let's see.
Mommy?
Freaking quick saving in dating sims.
Quick saving in D&D is good.
So,
Dating
you-
sims.
you fly up, you move 2 squares, I think, and...
No, I only moved one.
Okay, well, you can move a second one before the spell ends. So, you all fly to the top of the mountain range. The spell ends, and you safely lower back down and are immediately met with the frigid cold. I need Constitution saving throws from everyone.
Alright, so that's a D2, right?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Yay,
Alright.
50-50s.
I'm
I was
just gonna
gonna
do
say,
a
do we
D4,
roll?
evens and odds.
Hey, this 50-50 thing ain't half bad.
Jubilee is fine. Scalodius is cold. Lizard be cold.
George, he's cold.
Hubert is also affected by the cold.
Otto was fine.
Oh,
Ain't half bad.
I'd almost
I'll
argue-
tell ya.
I'd almost
Alright.
argue since he's got a one of the Jubilees attached to him, he might he gets a
Okay.
roll advantage.
Fulgrim cold, Elvin not cold.
You're also cold.
So,
I'm a bit chilly.
anyone who rolled a 2 or a 4, you passed your saving throw and you're not affected. Anyone who rolled a 1 or a 3, you crit failed and you suffer 2 points of exhaustion.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ!
Jesus Christ. I would like... Thorgrim would like to use a legendary resistance to succeed instead.
Ada would also like to use a legendary resistance to succeed instead.
Okay. So 2 legendary resistances have been used.
Wait, can I use reliable talent on this or no?
What's reliable talent do?
Oh, let's her fuck.
Whenever you make an
rolls be
ability
good,
check
right?
that lets you add your proficiency bonus, you can treat. Oh, it's for a D20 roll. Never mind.
No,
I
this
mean,
is- yeah.
this would technically be a d20 roll, so what's the
Oh,
ability to do?
it says you can treat a D20 roll of 9 or lower as a 10.
Yeah, that'll let you pass.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, George is gonna use one of those as well.
Hey,
You're gonna use the
you're
legendary
welcome,
resistance.
guys. You're welcome,
Yes.
guys. I'm just
Oh my
saying.
You know what? Fuck it. Yes. We ended up in this situation because of dumbness. We are going to get out of it due to dumbness.
No. I am not responsible for this. You guys failed the roll.
Motherfucker,
We
you make a
wouldn't
roll.
have
of-
failed this roll if you did.
No. I hear a
You
lot
could have
of,
made it a
I'm
100 instead of a
I hear a
1.
lot of I'm the victim lately.
You're the victim. You're holding the gun.
I'm not holding the gun. I am.
The gun is a
merely
metaphorical
manipulating the gun.
hourglass.
It's a suspiciously hourglass-shaped gun.
Yeah, I'm just hearing a lot of I am the victim, not a lot of thank you.
Thank you for what?
Being here? No, pretty cool.
Mother of mercy, I am going to jump off of the nearest
Did we ever
cliff.
figure out how long this fucking thing lasts?
How long what lasts?
The fucking aura?
Cool day.
No, you haven't figured out how long it lasts.
Oh yeah.
For all we know, this could be permanent. This could be
And
just a
nobody
game now.
knows shit.
It better not be
Saying
permanent, I
nothing.
swear.
Nobody even knows either, because how could we know? Nothing's wrong.
Ugh,
When you think about it, some of your odds are better this way.
I cannot believe you all used that powerful ability on a -2.
To be honest, we hadn't been using any rolls this entire session, and I wanted to
haven't
use
done
your
shit.
rolls for something.
You know what?
Can
Forget
I
it.
search
I'll
by
just
nearby loot things?
I'll just
Yeah, I'm gonna
use
search.
I'll just dual cast Greater Restoration on us, so don't worry.
That only gets rid of 1 point.
She can do it twice.
So,
In fact, she has a lot of spell slots. She'll just do it a bunch of times, so
We
everyone's
also have
not.
2 Jubilees that can also do that.
You know what? Fine. Ada will take the 2 exhaustion. It's fine. Fuck it.
anybody else taking theirs back?
Galois will
Hey,
deal
man.
with it.
I'm feeling wide awake. You feel me? Tap me up, DM. I'm feeling good.
Alright,
I hate you so much.
so, you all land, and you notice that there is snow on top of at the very top of the mountain peak. And as you look around, you do see a very clear crimson hue all the way towards the center of the island, implying that the island is in the rapid advancements of infection.
Sorry, the island is in the rapid thing of infection?
Yeah, in the rapid stages of infection. So,
As in-
The situation's getting worse.
Very
No.
quickly, very good.
as in, it appears to cover the entire island.
Ah.
Oh, it's spreading rapidly.
No, it's not spreading rapidly. It's already spread.
Yeah.
Great.
Gloom Hollow, can you please set up your mansion?
One moment, please.
I presume you were talking to my sibling.
Yes.
I call you
Assuming-
lie.
Assuming, of course, you also have the ability to cast the spell.
My lady,
Of course I do.
there's no need to take out your frustrations on our companion who has done nothing wrong.
What? Please, now is not the time. I'm not usually affected by the cold. This is a new sensation for me.
Cold never
Lady,
bothered me
as much
anyway.
As much as I care for you, my care for you is not going to override my need to be your retainer.
I wasn't even saying anything. I just asked for the mansion.
Do you all go into the mansion?
Yes, I am opening the mansion door.
You have now all entered the mansion.
Yes. The magnificent mansion.
The very exasperated ale is just gonna sit in front of fire.
If you need to scream, remember you have your unique room.
Okay.
Is
She's
everything
just...
okay?
Yes, everything is fine. She just looks like she's done with trying to profess her innocence anymore.
George is going to, after shaking herself off from the coal, is going to hand Otto the vial. Then I was going to take the vial and look it over.
Looks like a baseball shaped potion bottle with a golden liquid within.
Huh.
While everybody's doing that, I'm just gonna take my new dagger and start like cleaning underneath my fingernails with the tip of the blade.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Your fingernails are now claws. You are now a bear.
Oh yeah, I found a new dagger too, and some gloopy flowers while we were out there.
Jubilee,
At once, milady.
please heat its metal to disinfect it, thank you.
She's gonna go to her other tiefling companion and do exactly that.
Okay. It glows red
I'd
hot.
recommend putting it down for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
It glows red hot for the duration of the spell, and then goes back to normal.
There you go.
Also, Otto will set the ball to the side. If you want, I can take a look at what it can do if you'd like, or if it has any special qualities to it.
The knife?
Yeah.
Sure. I'm gonna, grab the knife by the blade and I'm gonna toss it up in the air and lob it and like
while
throw it
it's
to it.
while it's burning, I wouldn't recommend that. I'd wait till it cools
No,
first.
she waited till it cooled down.
Yeah, I've already said that it ignited and then went out, so it's fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but please, just a PSA, please don't throw knives at people.
I'm not throwing it at anybody. I'm just throwing it up across the table and it's gonna like land just close.
Don't throw knives at people unless they deserve it.
Delicately close.
And throw every knife at those people.
That's Hubert
Otto
philosophy.
will watch this and just be like, "You could have just handed it to me."
I do this for a living.
Okay. And then, as he'll kind of pick up the knife and then he'll cast Identify on it.
The knife of please make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh shit.
Oh dear God.
Wait, is this a soul trap dagger?
Uh-huh.
I didn't even read the whole thing. I just read for each soul from the thing, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Oh,
That's how
it's worse
familiar
than
I am
that.
with this weapon.
So does Otto say this out loud?
Otto will kind of look over at the qualities to that and will just he'll kind of just nod and then I think if actually Maribeth didn't say she didn't want to know, so he is just gonna explain what the knife can do.
Is it
Oh,
special?
Yeah, pretty much. If you kill something with it, you can store its soul within the dagger, and then depending on how many souls you have stored within it, it'll do more damage, or you can use it to heal yourself. You can also use it to pretty much immediately kill something at a certain point if it's injured enough. Only if it has like 5 souls within it.
oh, that's wonderful.
Huh. We could also use that to beat the puppet guy, says Beastie.
Yeah, but I'm noticing that a lot of stuff we have here, we need to actually kill things for it to make it worthwhile.
So?
Well, I'm sure we'll be in many fights.
Just go into the ocean, stab a fish.
I also do not believe it'll work on undead because there are some undead that just do not contain souls.
Does Puppet Man have a soul?
I don't know.
If he's a construct,
Probably.
no.
I thought
It's just
those
it
licking
is
things
technically
have
a,
souls.
it is technically a creature, so as long as if the creature has a soul, I don't know if well animals probably do have souls, so I guess that can work.
Well, Puppet Master is a lich, and sometimes the garden variety liches tend to place their souls in other locations for safekeeping.
Isn't
But-
it the
Probably.
thing that if you break that thingy that it has, then they end up going back to the licking thing?
Yeah,
So then
But-
break the thingy and then you have the soul.
yes, but we have to first find
Finding
the
is
thing.
the hard part.
Indeed.
So?
They're usually very well hidden.
So? Many things well hidden, but everything hidden is found. So now we have two things that can kill the puppet guy. One that can send him to heaven, and one that can put him in a dagger.
As they're
Theoretically,
doing this,
the amulet I had that currently Milady possesses also could send him to hell.
Not. However, if I may say, that is only the garden variety lich. I am positive that the Puppet Master is a unique kind of lich that the presence of his soul within his body is questionable because his tie to this plane, this existence, and the reason for his constant revival is not because of his phylactery. It is because of his tie to his patron.
Be it in his body or out of his body, everything that is intelligent has a soul, says Abel. If he did not have a soul, he would not have the capacity to feel the hatred that he does. Or the sadism, I suppose. You're right in that we do not know where it is, but he has a soul.
Yes, I just do not believe. If it is not in his body, then the dagger would not work, is what I'm saying.
I know, but we did also agree that if we put it back in, then it would work. Not saying that that is simple by any means.
No, of course not.
He's just
It's
saying
just
that
that
we have a piece of the puzzle.
There just may be several more steps involved.
so doing this, Otto's gonna be over to the side and it's just going to. He's gonna hold up the potion bottle and it's just going to. First, he's gonna cast Detect Bacteria.
Detect
Detect
bacteria?
Do you mean detect
Or-
life?
Yeah, I think it was Detect Life. To see if
You-
anything lights up on the bottle
Nothing.
itself.
Nothing lights up on the bottle.
Okay. Then he's gonna cast Detect Magic to see if the bottle lights up.
The bottle is, in fact, magical, most likely due to the liquid within it.
Okay.
All right. Anything else?
I'm going to have to see if you would allow this because I don't know if this is like a homebrew thing or if it's like a homebrew cure or something that he'd be able to do. Because Otto's eventually going to head over to his workshop.
Okay.
Then with his infusion, after he gets in there, he's gonna leave the door open just in case if anything does happen, people are gonna be there. He's going to God. I was gonna say, what was the name of this liquid again? Or the cure again?
Panacea.
Fancy,
Okay.
Actually, that reminds me, since we're resting, you, come back here. Kind of morph back into one. Pulling the affectionate one off of Hubert.
So Otto, after getting to his room, is going to attempt to use one of his infusions to create an alchemy jug.
An alchemy judge.
Oh, did I get my dagger back?
Yeah, he handed it. Otto handed it back to you. God damn it! One more time. What was the name? One more time.
Panacea.
Okay.
Okay, come on.
I keep when I say peninsula. Okay.
Peninsula.
I always think of it like it's kind of like pancreas, but like spelled slightly differently.
Panacea. Okay.
It's Panama.
Pancreas. Panama. It's that thing from
Stop.
Dragon Quest. Come on.
Yes!
My pancreas. My pancreas.
I'm so glad you mentioned Dragon Quest. Yeah, I am very happy for that.
Yeah, once he reaches workshop, he's gonna use his artificer infusion to replicate an alchemy jug.
Okay.
And after knowing the name of this liquid, he's going to open up the jug, and he's going to name the liquid Panacea and see if it will fill up the jug.
Okay. So you name Panacea, and as you wait for the jug to fill, you eventually do see that it fills with something.
Oh?
Oh, he said that trying not to laugh.
Otto will compare the liquid in the potion to the one that's in the alchemy jug.
As you pour it out of the alchemy
No, he's
jug,
comparing it.
you can't see it if it's in the alchemy jug, because
Oh,
you
okay.
know, the
Well, he'll
alchemy
set aside
jug is a jug.
yeah, he'll set aside like another bottle, then pour out like that bottle. Okay. He said it's not a different potion bottle that he can pour it into to compare the two.
The one created by the alchemy jug appears to be a light yellow instead of a gold coloration.
It just made piss.
Girati.
Yeah.
Huh.
Bad.
Otto will then take note of that and say that he is an experimenter. Jesus Christ. Huh. He'll kind of scratch his head a little bit, and then he'll then walk over to. He'll bring the bottle over to Last Light.
The last light at this point will have removed his armor and is presently sat aside reading from a book.
Would you mind helping me with an experiment real quick, Last Light?
He looks to you, shutting his book, and says, "With what, friend?"
So I might have been able to somewhat replicate the cure, but right now it's. So he'll show up the two bottles. Like, this is the Panacea, which you can see is like a golden yellow, while this one's more of like a light yellow. And I know paladins and people are able to bless liquids or water at least. I was wondering if you could attempt to bless this one and see what happens.
If these are the panacea made by the paladin core, I'm afraid you cannot replicate it without the ritual. Any attempt to do so, you'll get something that is somewhat functional, but won't do everything the panacea can. I myself do not know how to create it.
You know about the ritual itself?
No, I was never taught the ritual itself, though It may be written down somewhere within these lands. If we are able to find the documentation for it, we can figure out how to replicate it.
Huh. In that case, Otto will then walk over to. Well, thank you. That could be a good idea for us to take a look at least.
Of course.
Otto will then walk over to Hubert, and we'll say, Hubert,
Hmm.
can you make a small cut on my hand?
Hubert will pull off his glove before cutting his own hand instead, and then holds it out to you.
Oh. He'll then look over to Lou, to Lie, Lie, and we'll ask, Lie, when you apply the antidote itself, do you apply it directly on the skin, or do you just drink it?
I drink it.
Okay. He will then ask Hubert to take a sip of the potion to see what it does.
He takes a sip, and you watch as the wound closes slightly, but not entirely.
Huh. Okay. So, from what Last Light was telling me, we wouldn't be able to fully replicate it without knowing the ritual. Right now, I can only make a I guess from the looks of it, a very watered down version of it.
Well, shut your eyes and sigh. So, you're saying we need to find out what this ritual is?
Last I was saying there could be a book that explains it, so we'd have to find that explains how the ritual is done.
It tastes like seawater.
What did you say?
That the liquid Hodgel gave me, it tastes like seawater.
It could be a hint.
Lie. Did you ever put the infected in proximity to seawater?
In some of the rivers that go out to the sea that have the infection within it, the water pours into the seawater and bubbles.
And then?
They stop and look to you and say, that is it. It pours into the water and it bubbles.
But what happens to the infection within the water?
I presume it dies. That is the chemical reaction whenever microscopic life dies within seawater.
So salinated water would work then.
Seawater
so my
is
theory
the
about
cure?
salt was salt. Remember my theory from the beginning of this adventure?
Indeed.
So it really is just salt? She looks at Last Light. You tried salt, didn't you? Or seawater? Or anything like that?
I believe that the seawater in question may be a component to the ritual, not necessarily the cure itself.
I see. Very well.
But due to the raw skin of the creatures that we are fighting, salt is a very good deterrent to them. Have you ever salted an open wound?
I have not.
It hurts a lot.
Good torture method. Jubilee just says out of pocket.
Not really. It loses its effectiveness after the third time.
Yeah, but usually you don't need that many times.
Not to mention you are preventing infection by spreading salt within a wound.
Indeed.
I prefer to let it become infected. More pain.
Shudders.
This is happening is going to move his. Gonna bring out the alchemy jug as well as 3 or 4 different beakers out and place them on the table. And as he's doing this, he's going to pour out as many, I guess, bottles of the scuffed panacea that he got.
Okay. You can get 10 bottles total.
Okay.
Ooh.
So I pretty much pour out the whole alchemy jug with that, and then he will say, "Well, now that I know that, maybe this will help a little bit." And then he will speak into the alchemy judge and will say, "Salt water."
Judge.
Well, the alchemy jug can naturally produce salt water, so you get however much the alchemy jug can produce.
It's up to 12 gallons. So what he'll do is he'll run to his workshop, grab another bottle of that. We'll pour out a bottle of salt water, and then he will pour the salt water into one of the bottles of scuffed panacea to see if it has any type of reaction.
It becomes a duller yellow.
Panacea.
Huh. He will write that down, and then we'll go back over to the last light, and as he's doing this, Lai, did you by chance come across any books that specified how the panacea was made at all, or no?
Unfortunately, I have not discovered that in my time here. I am hopeful to do so, however.
Huh.
Also,
Okay.
I must ask, do we have any intention of returning to the outside this day?
Not today. We
Wonderful. They say, standing up, hitting their chest, causing the armor to fall in a heap on the floor, leaving them once again in shorts and a loose-fitting shirt before they go back to the table and sits down.
All right.
Okay,
Oh.
even with my impulse control back in my body, I find that sexy.
hold on, wait. Damn it.
What?
While Otto was doing all that, Beastie was going to ask, Scalodius to teach her how to do the monkey hand to great swords, but then she frickin' left with the goddamn flipping coin shit. Yeah.
I believe your presence is still wanted here, Aurelia.
What's my needed for?
Your aura is needed.
Well, can't really ask you to do that since that's metagaming, but you know.
I mean,
You
it's
just want to
fine.
hang around? Am I your favorite person?
I was just wait.
I'm learning how to be better emotional support.
You have what?
Like, how do I attune this weapon? What do I?
You just need to go through a short rest to attune with it, and you'll be fine.
Okay. All right.
Alright. Well, Beastie will go with Scalodius.
Hold on, you gotta convince Aurelia to come back, Beastie.
How the fuck? No, forget it. It's fine.
Just say they're your favorite person. Come on. Beastie has no qualms with Aurelia.
I know she doesn't, but it feels metagamey.
DM will allow this.
Do you just want to be around because I'm good luck?
Okay. Hey, Time Elf. Come here.
Okay.
You, here.
Hey, Priest. Teach me how to do the thing you do, where you hold two big swords at once.
Well, I suppose I can show you how I do it.
No, teach.
No show, only teach.
No take, only
Learn by
throw.
sight. Teaching by sight.
Huh?
I do, you watch, you learn.
Okay.
And I guess Scolius will attempt to teach her monkey grip.
Roll a d2.
By, like, holding...
Go ahead, explain.
It's like, by showing how he's holding the great sword with one hand rather than two, and, like, kind of using the rest of the handle to brace against his wrist. So that way he can maintain the grip.
Roll a d2, and Beastie, roll a d2.
Evens or odds? Here we go. Come on, evens.
Ooh.
Hey!
Ooh.
All right.
Perfect.
So Aurelia, as you're watching on, you see Scalodius beginning to teach Beastie, and you see the best timeline possible for both of them merging as Beastie observes and seems to be getting a solid grasp onto what Scalodius is teaching.
I'll let out a faint smile and I'll walk away.
See, the best way to do this is to practice with each individual arms solo.
This is happening. Auto's going to be like a last light, I just say. Sorry to disturb you again, Mr. Last Light, but do you think you can bless this water? Are you capable of that?
Down in Africa?
He looks to you, sets his book aside, and holds his hand out.
He'll hand him the bottle of salt water.
He will use the components necessary, which is a handful of gold, and blesses the water, and you now have blessed seawater.
Okay. I was gonna go back, get one of his other mixtures get a different one that's of the scuffed panacea, and then we'll try to combine the scuffed panacea with the blessed seawater.
It makes a duller yellow panacea.
Getting warmer? Question mark?
No, same result with the seawater.
Tennessee A.
Huh. Write that down. Blessed seawater and fresh water didn't work.
Did you try boiling it, sir?
While that's
Or-
happening, I'm gonna exit and go to a secluded area.
Okay.
Wartime shenanigans.
And or Otto will talk to Lai and be like, Lai, when you first tasted, did it taste warm or was it more of like just cool?
It was the temperature of the surrounding area, so I suppose warm.
Huh.
Neither chilled nor hot, merely whatever the temperature of the surrounding area was.
Aurelia's gonna begin like going down to her small clothes, and I'm gonna fold my robe up.
And then you're
And
gonna
kinda
what?
put Pip on it. I'm gonna fold my robe up and put Pip on it away from me, like a good. In another, like in the bedroom where I would sleep. I'm gonna put Pip in there so he can rest.
Okay.
And then as for me, I'm going to go to a secluded area once that is done.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm waiting for anyone else that wanna do anything.
I got nothing.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of different things at the moment with the panacea.
So what you doing, Aurelia?
Okay, Hourglass. I'm gonna be getting like I'm gonna sit cross-legged.
Crisscross
Like
applesauce.
crisscross applesauce, hourglass in hand.
Mm-hmm.
We really got to lock it in. I got to figure out why you picked me exactly, so we can figure out what the true meaning of this all is. This time I'm gonna try and twist the glass itself. Very like wolf focusing. Feeling like any haptic feedbacks or like
Roll a d2.
I'm gonna do D4 again because when he comes
Yeah.
again.
You are feeling a lot of feedback, a lot of temporal backlash as you are
I'm
attempting
gonna
this.
stop.
Okay.
How did that make me feel? Like, how did I feel? Did I feel worried? Did the hourglass make me feel worried, maybe? Or right now I'm kind of in Zen state, you know, like the Avatar state. I'm really focusing on this shit.
It felt more uncertain, like it didn't know what was going to happen.
Okay, we don't like that. I'm gonna do the twisting motion again, but I'm gonna listen for any clicks or haptic feedback this time. I'm gonna
Okay.
twist clockwise.
Okay. Roll
Slow and gentle.
roll
Too.
2d4s, one being a perception check and one being your d100.
Oh, they're weird successes.
All right. So you hear a few clicks and clacks and the sound of sand falling into place. And as you do, you click again, and you feel a warmth in your chest suddenly as and as the warmth spreads through your chest, you feel a sudden influx of fatigue.
Oh.
As this is the first time you have ever felt the hourglass actually attempting to communicate with you, and it seems it's trying to convey that it is exhausted.
Okay.
Dude, knock it off. I'm tired.
Stop shaking me.
Sorry. I'm gonna gently walk back to my room, really gently, tapping feet, you know, no fast movements.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna lay it on the robe with Pip.
Okay.
While still putting my hand on it, I'm just gonna lay with it.
All right.
I'm sorry, hourglass. You can rest. I got it from here.
The hourglass does not reply after you lay it down, but you have a feeling that it is grateful for the time of respite.
Well,
But-
that ends my bits. Yeah.
But it's good news. It's beginning to actually attempt to communicate with you.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take that. That's good progress.
Probably because you've been working it so hard. It's like, dude, give me a break.
Yeah, that's how we get through.
It's funny how the first attempts of it
okay.
to communicate with you are like, stop shaking me.
Yeah, pretty much.
I have more hypotheses to check. I love this.
More hypotheses.
Yes. That is going on. Otto is going to walk up to Hubert.
Hubert will look to you.
Hubert, would you mind helping me with some things?
I suppose.
And then as he says that, he'll look over to Adel. Adel, can I borrow some of your blood? As you see him holding 3 vials.
Oh, how the turntables.
I'll look over. Huh. So that's what that feels like.
Haven't you had that happen to you before already, anyways?
I purposefully forgot that moment.
So is that a yay or a nay?
Sure.
Okay. I don't exactly... Sorry, I
Hubert?
sneezed.
Yes.
She takes off her glove. Give him some of my blood, please.
He will gently slice the palm of your hand.
So that Otto will collect it in a vial.
Once
And
that's done, Jubilee will then heal the hand real quick.
Otto will then bring Hubert along to go up to George. George, can I borrow some of your blood? Why? Or I want to try something with the panacea. Is that gonna kill us? I don't know.
George, to add to this, Hubert is following Otto right behind and watching you as the interaction goes on.
Intimidating glare from behind.
Uh,
The innocent boy.
Sure. I'm guessing Hubert's gonna get the blood from me. Yeah, why would I do it? If I tried to cut you, I probably would do a lot more damage. Okay. And then George will then hand out his palm to Hubert.
Hubert will cut it immediately.
Immediately, it's crazy.
No
Measures the
hesitation.
palm and goes for the wrist.
Thank God.
Fuck.
And then Otto will then proceed to collect blood in that vial. Mark it off his list. And George will then healing hands his own hand. That cut. Then he'll finally head over to Last Light.
The last light looks to you as you approach.
This might be a. This might. Well, huh. This might be a little bit random, but can I borrow a little bit of your blood?
He will watch you for a minute before he reaches up to his neck and pulls a small vial from his neck and holds it out to you.
Huh.
You just have some of your blood hanging around?
Yes,
May I ask why?
it is a material component for a spell, I know.
Oh. Okay. Well, thank you, I appreciate it.
He nods.
Alright, as he does this, Otto will then walk back over to his little station he set up. He will set aside 3 bottles of the Scuff Panacea. And with the first bottle, he has a little checkbook, like a little notepad. It'll set it down on the ground. And you guys see him actually. This is like the first time you see him actually work on something. So he has a little tendency that does where he tends to mouth what he's doing. And for his first thing, he's go, okay, testing the panacea with the blood of someone related to a god. And then as he does this, he will then pour out the vial of panacea into the he'll combine the bottle of Adel's blood with the panacea to see what happens.
You see you see it go from a dull yellow, getting a small red color from the amount of blood poured in, but other than that, other than becoming a new color, nothing appears to happen.
Otto, I'm not
Yeah?
actually related to a god.
Technically you are.
Huh?
You're the great-granddaughter of one.
But Death
Yeah,
is
that's
not
kinda-
my god not my relative by blood.
Actually, she is.
What?
She and your great-grandfather conceived a child together, who then conceived Obitus, and then Obitus conceived you.
I thought Obitus, but
You
Dad.
should speak to your dad more.
But he said that his granddad married Death, not that they conceived a child.
How do you think Obitus exists?
I thought someone else married Necros.
Yeah, that's why I kind of wanted your blood.
So I am related to Death?
Yes.
Yeah, I believe so, milady.
Oh my god.
You are her great-great-granddaughter.
I am the great-granddaughter of a
I love that this is the realization we've come to. As Saul does this, he's then going to cross that off of his list, and then we'll start mouthing up the next one. Okay, testing the panacea with the blood of someone related to an angel. And he will pour out the vial of George's blood into a second bottle of panacea.
Yeah. Thorgrim will go like, wait a minute, related to a... Oh, wait, never mind.
Much like with the first, you see it turn a slightly more red color, but other than that, no changes.
Alright, you'll cross that off, and then finally testing the panacea with the blood of someone belonging to a paladin core. Then he will pour out Last Light's blood into the third bottle of panacea.
You pour the blood in, and unlike the other two, the Last Light's blood floats on the top of the liquid.
Oh. Huh.
Huh. He will write that down. We'll then try to take out a little fuck, I forgot what these things are called, like in the scientific thing, but one of those like those little mixing things, and we'll see what happens when he tries to mix it.
It swirls around and seems to mix, but as you watch it, you can see it slowly beginning to separate again. Kind of like what happens when you mix oil in water.
It's actively seeming to reject it.
And this will have to be the last thing we do because it is 9:05.
Yeah.
Okay.
So note your stuff down.
Yeah.
You can say whatever you want to, but I must end the session.
Record your findings.
Indeed. And after the recordations, I must bid you adieu.
Adieu.
Yeah, I was just recording it and just saying, so that doesn't combine. We'll then write in a note, potentially needs some type of prayer? Question mark? And he's just writing this down.
Hey, thanks for watching the video until the end. If you want to see more of my stuff, click on either the vids on screen or check out my YouTube channel. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and check the description for more places to follow me. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll be seeing you.